Hello and welcome to Plan C, Tabletop Gaming Center's pirate-themed Dungeons & Dragons adventure. This is the first episode of Season 3. Last time we were together, the party was almost sort of set up for the evil deeds of a different pirate crew being accidentally hunted down and discovered by a pirate hunter, Captain Butterbar himself. Ironically, in the middle of saving a seaside village, they were wrongly being accused of burning down. After a very tense negotiation, they have convinced Butterbar enough of their innocence to hunt down on a revenge quest Captain Mai in splitting up. So, Captain Butterbar is heading north, while our crew on the Fromage is heading west towards the main island of the Empire. After some discussion, they have decided to target Sharut, a very artsy city. Some might call it the soul of the Empire, even though it isn't the political capital, as it would be a little bit less hot for a pirate crew to move around in, and a little bit less suspicious for Mai to seek help there, which she is rumored to have done. And so we join our wonderful crew after a much needed rest, gathered together on deck.
Oh, right. This is where we're doing introductions now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
No,
Hi.
nailed it.
Nice.
Smooth transition.
Perfect. I'm the best at this. Hi, I'm Kyle, a he, him. I play Tingus Pingus, also he, him, and I am now contractually obligated to eat at least 2 hot dogs at every barbecue that I go to, so be prepared.
If you're not eating hot dogs with me, you're eating hot dogs against
me.
Hi guys, my name's Heather. She, they pronouns. I play Kithara Falst, your favorite muscle mommy Puss in Boots. Also, she, they pronouns. Catch me July 13th here live where I play a solo TTRPG where we will build a deity. Now where this deity will go, who knows? So be there.
Or be square. Hi, I'm Maeve. I play Riven. I use she, they pronouns, and Riven uses she, her pronouns. Fun fact that the Goblin Shark has been filmed for the very first time ever, which is a very deep sea underwater shark. If you want to see that beautiful beast, go ahead and look him up.
Problem is, I like marine animals, so every time Maeve talks, I forget what I was about to tell you. So my name is Cameron. I use he, him pronouns. I play Uldreyin, also he, him, and I forgot my dice today, so I am cursed. However, Heather has very generously allowed me to use these beautiful dice, so we'll see how it goes.
They might do quite well for you.
We'll see.
Mine are doing terrible. The juju went over to you.
I am also Googling Goblin Shark and trying to figure out how you're going to fight them.
They're crazy.
Oh, no.
All right.
They have 2 dorsal fins.
18.
I told you.
And so, party fully rested, heading west. You have a few more days in your journey to prepare a little bit. You are all gathered together as a sort of a debrief from your recent events. What are you all doing?
Oh, I'm not the captain. Why are we all looking at me?
I wasn't looking at you.
Oh, good. I looked at me.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, God.
To be fair, it's hard for me to look this way without...
Yeah, I caught, like, the tilt.
But it's more of a sweep.
Yeah. I think since we're going somewhere, getting more into civilization, I think Kithara will more than likely be trying to figure out what can we sell, because we don't have any money, and everyone's still kind of feeling about piracy. So we'll need to figure that out. So I think she's kind of like going over like the manifest of what we have, what we can possibly do, looking over what is within like Sharut, to what we do, and maybe some side silly little jobs.
Riven is also there, but very drunk. Stay,
Still partying with the crew.
just having a good time. Just so excited that like we were now on this new adventure, but also like really nervous that she's about to be in a city, and not on the ocean because she doesn't want to be in like high populated areas. What about you two?
No. Chris, what's the journal say today?
Oh.
I'm doing very quarter.
You will become more passionate and determined about your convictions.
It's just a really bad fortune cookie. So awful.
Is that all this journal that you
makes me
found
hear the
is?
crack of the journal spine, and then that happens.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I read it and I'm just like, oh, boy, okay.
So what I'm saying is, I don't understand why we can't just sell everything there.
Okay.
Okay.
The thing is that we did steal them. We don't know who's necessarily looking for it. What word got out because we left survivors? Very, very, very pointedly. I like it's just us. And she's kind of like, we have to make sure there's no traces of any information for where it came from.
I
We
mean,
might
like-
have to repackage.
Sure, but like, hold on. But like, most of the stuff is like not like, I mean, except for like the arrow thingies.
The quivers are marked. I walk
Where'd you
over.
come from?
That's good to know. So we'll hold on to the weapons at least. But you know,
You
spices.
smell.
Oh,
Good.
No. How much have you drank?
Enough.
Clearly.
That's always the right answer.
I'm just really excited. And I think that we're going to have so much fun.
it'll be nice to be in civilization, culture,
You're not buying that, right?
arts.
So the intrusive thoughts are going to be even more.
Yeah.
How do we all feel? Kithara's gonna like grab Drin and Tingus and just go, how do we feel about putting Riven on a leash of some sort?
I can hear you. I don't need to put on a leash. I'll be fine. I'm not a dog, but I
she
can
could-
be if you want me
I was about to say,
to.
she could just change into something that and just slip out of it.
Don't give her ideas.
I can be a dog. I don't like being dogs, but I can be a dog.
Please don't.
Okay. I still think that. Okay, hold on.
Okay, this is not the place
No.
to attempt to sell these.
Why not? I think it's not that bad
Okay,
of
we
an
don't
idea.
know where.
Butterball.
No, hear me out. 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 Okay. 1. This has food and spices and all things that people want, and it's a big city. And I think that if we do it well, which we are very convincing, you especially, you're very convincing. Look at that face. That I think that we could do a good job. The other things that like we can't really sell, I feel like we should just keep on the boat, or maybe there's got to be like a black market here. Like it's a city.
There's
like
always
there's
a
no
black-
right, exactly.
always a black
There's
market.
always a black market. So like I
Shady
feel
underbelly.
like you, since you don't want to be in the city that much anyways, can
You don't want to be in the city either.
who said that?
You.
You.
When?
All the time, whenever we
Repeatedly.
literally,
beside the
literally,
point.
whenever we're on land, you're like, when do we get back to the boat?
Drunk Riven loves land. Sober Riven
Yeah.
likes
So wait,
the sea.
Yep.
so wait, does that
See?
mean that we just have to keep her drunk this whole time?
No,
No, I can't do that.
Can't or won't.
don't. We don't.
Can't or won't.
We don't.
Anyways, I think that you need to change.
Oh, there's the one that apparently
Excuse
smells.
me?
No. I'm okay. Not like change. I just
Clothes.
you look. How do I say this in
Like
a
I
kind
slept in
way?
pile
Just
of
say it.
leaves.
Just say it.
You look like a wet rat boy.
I mean,
Sorry,
accurate.
wet rat man. And in a city, people might not like that.
Well, at least they'd steer clear of him, which
It's true.
Yeah, but like we're trying to sell things.
Do I give you
Don't
the
come with
impression
us.
that I particularly care what people think
No,
of my
but
appearance?
that's not about caring. It's about being. What's the word I'm looking for? And she's like slapping your shoulder.
Okay.
What's what I'm looking for?
What?
Some word.
Um,
I'm making lists and checking them twice.
Presentable?
yes, that's the word.
There it is.
Presentable. You need to be presentable because if we want to get things done in a timely manner without causing a scene, and no offense, I understand I need to bathe, but I'm saying is that we
You don't
need
need to bathe. You need to lay off the booze.
So
Anyways, you need to change.
they're going to cause a scene. Yeah.
Bathe your
I'm
stomach
getting
in
my
water.
things out now so that way when I'm at the city I'll be fine.
I don't think...
I'll be fine. I just need to have a good time and get
Fine,
my
I
last little
will-
bits
I-
on the ocean, and I'll be fine. I promise, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine.
I think this is wholly unnecessary.
When's the last time you were in a real city?
I don't go to cities.
Exactly. So you need to
When was the
understand.
last time you were in a city?
I unfortunately go to cities a lot. I had to, and that we're not talking about me. We're talking about the fact
No, we are now.
I had to leave the island. I don't
What-
like being in a city,
what
but I
island?
wasn't on a boat until you guys. My island.
We'll talk about that later.
I've talked about this. I got stranded on an island. I've said this. I feel like I've said this.
I don't...
We'll put a pin in that.
Anyways,
We'll discuss it later.
Noted.
when I left the
later.
island, I had to go to cities because I didn't have a boat. And so I don't like cities because I've been in cities and
Wait, if you
cities are
were on
really
an
dirty.
island and you didn't have a boat, how did you get to this city?
I stowed away.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
So she didn't have a boat.
Yes, no,
but she
I
got
understand
on a boat.
now.
So, anyways, I was in the cities. Don't like cities because there's not a lot of animals. But I've been in cities. I know how cities work. And cities work. The better you look, the more things you can get.
But this is more of an artsy one. So like the avant-garde and wearing. kind
Yeah,
of
but
unique
not
things.
wet rat man.
You don't know that.
Oh, we don't know.
Okay, my clothing is not wet.
It's like the heart of
You do look a
all
little
of the
damp
lands,
time.
all of the empires. It's like
It's
who's who. It's like fashion and arts and music.
Okay,
I mean,
but-
everything
okay,
I've
but
heard
this,
is like,
This could be art.
that's true. For the right kind of
no,
person.
this
Yeah.
gives homeless.
But it could be art. Art is very subjective.
Yeah, but you have to. I'm trying not to be mean. I just been saying that maybe it might be better for us in the long run if we all, I'll say it in a generalization now, look the part. Because we can't go into the city looking like pirates. Because guess what? This is the Empire.
I don't.
And what didn't work for us on that boat, it's definitely not going to work for us in the city.
Great idea. I'll buy a cloak. Wear the cloak. Problem solved. Done.
There we go.
Wait,
Cloak.
can't you just borrow the captain's clothes again?
They were like way too small on him.
Yeah, but
But I
like
think
it
it
worked.
worked.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they thought he
That-
was a butler.
Man's opinion of frills leaves much to be desired.
Yeah, that's true.
All I'm saying
I
is
mean,
that we all
To each their own.
need to not look like pirates when we go into the
I
city.
don't think I've ever looked
Especially,
like a pirate. to
you're
be
literally
fair.
wearing a tricorn right now.
Yeah, it's just a fashionable hat.
You look like
A washed-up basketball player.
With a pirate hat on.
Yeah, because it's a cool hat.
Can you please help me explain this? You're the one that's like been in cities.
That's why I'll do fine.
We are a team.
Okay, so I'll wear a cloak. I don't see why this is still a problem.
Once again.
I mean, it's not. Again, I think
really
you could
not.
pull this off the whole way through because of art.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll stow my regular
It's a fashion
cloak and I'll
statement.
wear a.
I'm just trying to make sure we're going on the best foot forward. So that way we can blend in rather than standing out. Because the one thing that we don't want to do is stand out when we're trying to sell bad goods. I'm sorry, stolen goods. Borrowed goods.
Oh my God, Riven, you're oh gosh. I'm gonna go sell this by myself. Anyways,
I can help you sell this.
I'm just drunk right now. I
Weird
can't.
point
I
of
can't.
order question on that,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
So as you're going over, are you like doing this in the like office quarters area, or are you actually like unpacking things?
I was gonna
to
say
take
she's probably
inventory.
under.
And
Yeah.
you
Yeah, we would probably be in the
removed
hold.
the crates of the tents
Yes,
and
because
hammocks are empty.
Yes.
So you have 2 empty crates.
correct.
Yes.
We checked them for false bottoms, did we?
As we removed things, we're
Maybe.
checking.
No.
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 Can we?
Well,
Do it.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
but would
Chris,
we be
can I
actually
investigate the
looking
empty
for them?
chests?
Make
Crates.
sure they're truly
Great
empty.
What was that?
Guidance.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't get the
Appreciate
question.
It's just, would we really truly be like looking for that in general? Like, would that be? Oh no,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
8.
I don't think that's kind of a high.
Unless it's perception.
I will say,
It's made of wood,
as we're
and you
doing
think the
this,
craftsmanship is good or adequate.
Drin has
hold on
been
to him.
sitting next to the crate with the quivers in it, and has been taking his hunting knife and cutting the emblems. No, not nicely. Just
Oh, you're
cutting-
scratching serial numbers off. Of
Yeah,
this.
I'm just slicing the emblems off of these quivers.
Worth mentioning, it's like embossed into the leather,
Yep.
so you have to like
Yep.
dig in and gouge.
Yep.
Just to paint the picture. It's a little bit
Ooh,
angry of a
What
task.
if?
So you're
Hear,
really going.
hear me
into it.
out. We have some fabric and whatever.
Oh, he's been doing this.
Right. What if, because that's going to decrease the price of things selling, what if we created our own little symbol? We create our own little business. We are merchants. We put a
Ooh.
cute little design on there using some of the fabrics. Not the good stuff,
Oh,
because I
a
want to
shell
sell
corporation?
that. Yes, a
Shell corporation LLC?
Wait.
You sell clams and stuff.
SHEL.
Yeah.
SHEL.
Yeah, we just sell marine life.
Yeah. we put something over it, an emblem of sorts, but not tied to.
Can we make the emblem a
flag.
shell?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
And then we sell the like linens, the silk. I know Saffron's going to catch us a really nice price. Saffron's very expensive.
That's why it's in those tiny little jars.
Yes, it's there. Look, they're already pre-packaged. We put a little bow on it, and there we go. You know, homemade. A small farm.
I stab the hunting knife into the crate next to me.
Yes, Drin.
So you're going to affix fabric to a quilt as a bow?
Well, on the quiver, we put a little
Quiver.
patch over the thing so that no one looks at it and goes, what was on there beforehand? Or we just hold on to it. Honestly, I'm
think
not
that we
worried
just
about it.
Continue
sell.
scraping.
I just think we just don't sell the stuff that has the stuff on it, and we sell the other
The
stuff.
hunting
And,
is
and
probably
the things
safer
that
to-
like the Empire stuff, I think we should wait till we go back to the
To
Pirate
Land.
Island.
Yeah.
I agree with Drunk Riven.
No, that absolutely makes perfect sense.
I have a plan with the saffron, though.
Yeah,
just
the
trust me.
spices and stuff is fine.
Trust me on that one.
Okay. With the fabrics that we're not selling, can I at least make him a nice looking cloak?
I don't know, can you?
I can try. I made our flag
That's true.
That is true.
and my dress.
What color?
You don't like my dress?
I never said that.
What color?
What color would you like?
Something that blends in. Nothing bright.
What color fabrics do
Well,
we
we
still
are
have?
going to a
Don't we
cultural
just have
place.
like royal blue and like yellow?
then
No,
there's
there
also
was.
all the
So you
stolen
got
ones.
6 spools of silk and 12 spools of linen.
Yes.
And
Linen will probably be
full
silk.
disclosure, did
whatever
not think to write down all the colors.
It's fine. It's whatever
and
colors we want.
Maybe I should have. You know.
Yeah, maybe you should have thought ahead, Chris.
Yeah.
Can I have a deep purple linen? Be
You
one
know
of
what?
them?
No, not purple. Not purple. Absolutely not.
A nice green.
Fine green.
Purple is by far in a way no.
Ostentatious. I know, you've said it before.
I've decided we're rolling.
We're rolling for
Nice.
it?
Yeah, we're
Nice.
rolling for
Rolling
colors.
for
Can I roll since this
Yeah,
is not
everyone
affect
has
what
to.
I-
We all need to pitch in because otherwise
What are
it's
we
going
rolling,
to
a
take way
D20?
too long.
What
No,
am
it's
I?
a D100.
Okay.
100.
Okay, are we going to do...
How many do you want us to roll? Just one each?
One
2 each.
Sweet.
let's do these dice.
And I'm going to be rolling 2.
67. 67.
Dark blue. Also,
Okay.
someone take notes.
Dark blue?
I am doing
Dark
it.
blue.
95.
28 and 93.
Never heard of that color. Bister.
Bister, like blister.
Bistre.
95.
We'll look it up.
A dark grayish brown with warm or yellowish undertones.
28.
This is content, everyone.
This is content.
Orange peel.
And 93.
Sinopia.
What's Sinopia?
24.
Heck.
Is it like sepia, but...
Dark reddish brown earth pigment.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, what was that second one?
24. Sorry.
Anybody else?
No, we already just did 24. We have 67, 95, 28, 93, 24.
Has someone
All
been
right.
writing down the actual colors?
Yes.
Carrot
Again?
orange.
Where was there orange? Yeah, the orange peel is 28.
Yeah, carrot
Nice.
orange was another one.
88. Ocho.
Burnt sienna.
Ooh,
that's a good
Sienna.
one.
I gotta roll.
A lot of earthy
Do you
and
want me to roll
reddy
for
colors.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense.
Okay, and we
Yeah.
also one.
Sure.
two,
Yeah.
four.
As we
Okay, no. So then
randomly
it's my two. This
Yeah.
makes sense. 19.
Give some fun.
Persimmon.
What's persimmon?
And 86.
Found, not found.
Is it 86?
Yeah.
Bowl. BOLE.
What color is that?
Listen, there's 100 of them.
Hold on, I'm really curious about that.
Oh, it's like a
Another brown.
brownish.
Jeez,
Look at
Look at all this monotone palette.
Why is this there?
Actually, it's a pretty
But why?
Oh,
red
that's
brown.
actually
It's like a mauve.
of the browns.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah,
pretty brown.
yeah.
See?
All right. So I hope everybody got something they wanted.
It's like
No.
a nice mauve.
There was no green,
There's
no
no green.
purple.
There's no
There
green.
was a blue for me.
And me.
And you.
I was kind of hoping for like a green. But
You got some brown.
That's only 8.
Yeah.
Bowl?
Bowl?
I'll take bowl.
Okay,
I was
I'll
hoping
make
for,
you.
like, a
I'll
nice
make you
yellow.
a cloak, bowl cloak, nice bowl cloak. Which one's
It
the
was
silks,
time
though?
for the bowl. What was that?
Which ones are the silks?
Yes.
No, it's
Yeah.
not silk. It's not silk. It's not silk.
That one's linen, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like these are all our
Why don't you
linens.
want it to be
Well, that's
Because
only
I
8.
own a
Here's
brown-
the thing.
a
We'll
brown
figure out the
linen
rest of the
cloak.
colors
Oh.
later.
Yeah.
Okay, to fast forward.
Okay.
It's
Time
canvas, but it'll look close.
Yeah.
We go over colors and best palettes.
Yeah.
We'll say some of them were duplicates.
Yeah.
So why did they order 6 spools of bowl?
They really loved it. Someone was having a time. Okay. We'll figure out selling things.
Yeah.
Does Riven have to roll for cloak?
Probably. At some point.
But it only depends on what your expectation of quality is.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, does it look like a Halloween costume or does it look like a cloak?
I was trying to make it look really nice, so I can roll if you need me to.
Guide yourself.
I'm going to. Guidance.
Maybe someone can assist you, give you the help action to
Okay.
get advantage.
Could
Manual
does
labor.
someone know how to
me.
do that?
Someone that has
Ooh.
proficiency in this type of work.
What would that be?
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Yeah,
Chris,
what's
would
the
the-
roll?
What's the roll again?
This would be using tools.
I don't think there is a tool for.
what tools, Chris?
I mean,
What
I
would
think
that
there's
be?
cobbler's tools.
There's artisan tools. It would
Okay, so
basically be
we'll
put
throw it under
that
artisan.
kinda
That's not me.
category.
Nope, not me.
Nope.
How do you know that?
You would have it. You would have chosen true proficiency. I don't think you
Who's
have it.
proficient in scissors?
I mean, I'm proficient
Yeah.
in thieves' tools.
Please do. I don't think so.
I think most of the table is.
I have navigation rules with these tools now.
No.
Terrible.
Okay, so just straight roll then.
Yeah.
Close by guidance.
And it'll be dexterity based.
Oh, dexterity. Okay.
Yeah.
Dexterity.
10.
So mid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mid.
It's mid.
Yeah.
it looks very.
I had 2 days to do it, so I feel like that's why. I couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
I'm on a boat. I'm drunk.
Do we get above deck?
Don't park some crafts, everybody.
At some point, you rip it and you have to
Yeah, patch it back
stitch
up.
it up.
Love it. Fantastic.
Is there anything else the party is doing to prepare before you arrive? the crew swap to the merchant flags.
Oh,
That's
good.
right. That
Thank
was
God.
that was gonna be my next thing is swap colors. Where is Tybalt?
Around the whole time.
Great. Can I find Tybalt?
You can, yeah.
Tybalt, got a question for you.
Absolutely.
With these fleeced goods that we got, how viable do you think, in terms of us selling things, if we put on a ruse, would we be able to at least get some money in our pockets? You think it's a good idea, bad idea, mid idea?
If you could come up with the paperwork to pass off as a supplier, it should be easy.
Ooh. Okay.
Especially
good to
on
know.
things that can't really be traced. So yeah, your fabrics, your spices, difficult to track that to anything specific. And if you could produce a document outlining everything, like its own independent manifest with some sort of company at the top.
Okay. Okay, I have been tossing the idea of a company around, and I think Tingus might have gotten some information. He did buddy up with that cinnamon guy. I think we could put it under him, and I think this will all work out. Great. Thank you, Tybalt, so much for your advice.
Anytime.
Appreciate it.
It always matters, folks.
Then I'm gonna go find
Network.
Tingus. I'm gonna go find Tingus to go relay that information.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah. What was his name? Oh man.
Don't make me pull out my old notes.
Or in Kettleblack.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kettleblack.
Thank you. Yes. Good old Kettleblack's company.
You also had a card.
I did have a card.
That's the reasoning.
Yep.
Do you? So we're gonna create a manifest under
Yep.
him.
Yes.
Because he's the whole spice dealer. It makes sense that he might have some additional items.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe the occasional wheeling, dealing spices, maybe getting fabric, things like that. I can draft up a manifest with his information. What does that card say regarding his affiliation in terms of company?
Let's see.
Kettleblack's herbs and spices.
Oh my gosh. Kettleblack, herbs, and spices. Wonderful. Okay, so I think this will be good for us
Yes.
in order to get some money. We are representatives of him.
Oh yeah, we're associates. I know him pretty well.
Perfect. And then we'll be able to sell this, get
Yeah.
some money, and then be able to buy things and at least keep us a way to pay the crew.
Stay afloat, if you
That
will.
too. Okay, I think it's a great plan.
It's certainly a plan of all time.
See, always thinking. Great. So, we'll work on this, and then
Yes.
when we get
Yes,
there,
yes, yes.
we'll update everybody else.
Yes. Plus, maybe we can. I don't know. Do some tomfoolery with the goods. Who knows?
All right. Great.
Yeah.
Anything from either Riven or Drin.
I
No
don't think
obligation.
so.
That's fine. No obligation.
No, not right now.
All right. Now, it's worth mentioning, as you have kind of headed in this direction, you have seen a lot more traffic, let's say. Both merchant ships, but also naval ships with the Empire. There are more smaller coastal settlements that you would have seen on any day where you hug the shore a bit more. The waters on the west side of the island of Merdoba are a lot calmer, so you don't have to worry about much there. And as you get closer and closer, it is quite crowded. There is still a lot of commotion of ships coming and going, and you see a lot that also, as you get closer, kind of overshoot and are clearly going inside the Gulf to move to the other side of the island. But your destination, the city of Sharut, on the southeastern corner coast, has an incredibly large port, though not the largest of the empire. It features a lot of cliffside views that you know belong to some of the wealthier of the city, but also dominating the skyline are both a large university, academy, and library, as well as what is referred to as the Old Citadel, the original portion of the city limits hundreds of years ago, now mostly just kept to for government buildings, official business, not so much day-to-day use by the citizens of the city. As you get closer, there are smaller boats patrolling the port. And there will be, eventually, you see them going to other ships kind of in front of you, and they are having conversations with other people on the ships. Mm-hmm. And they are pseudo-directing traffic, as it were.
Oh, sure.
As boats are entering, leaving, depending on which boats of which sizes need to go to different slips. And you can see on some of these, they're not dinghies, but they're not much larger than that. On a lot of ships, there is a fairly decent height difference of these patrol boats to the ships. There would be a fairly decent height difference between it and your ship. And you can see in some instance, they are like tossing some sort of grappling hook device with like a pulley to like shepherd stuff back and forth from the boat and these patrol, the ships and the patrol boats.
Uh-huh.
Are people going up and down, or just
No,
things?
no, you can kind of like a mini gondola lunch pail type
Okay.
of thing going up and back.
They're probably checking paperwork.
Yeah.
And you have kind of been shepherded
Got that fake manifest, yeah?
in a line. And this will also be a multi-hour process, by the way. Like
Oh,
to
good.
logistically just kind of like
How
get
much
in.
traffic there is.
Right. Well, yeah, and for them this is every day. It's not like this is a miserable time, but these are boats. They are slow moving. They're figuring it out though. And you are kind of shepherded into a line that slowly progresses, and a patrol boat comes up to your side, side bow of your ship, and there is a beckoning to you all, or well, whoever's there.
Probably anticipating it.
At this point, yeah, I don't know if who's there in particular.
I would
me?
say
Okay.
you.
Yeah, us. We're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The talky ones.
Hello there.
Hello.
Paperwork?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, it's been a long haul trip. Here we go. Send up.
You do see like a grapple hook like latches onto your railing, and slowly a little enclosed basket comes up that you can open up. And what are you putting in?
I assume the manifest and information, like, I have an idea.
Things to prove our association.
Yeah. So basically,
and
I have,
what
like,
we're here for.
here under, like, there's probably like 2 pages. Manifest, because they're probably going to ask for, like, what are you bringing in? And then the first one just being, like, I don't want to necessarily call it, like, a letter of introduction, but something that says that we are on behalf of Orin Kettleblack as associates to sell things. Quick show to Tingus. Everything looked good, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Put it in a thing. There you go.
They'll take it back. They're looking it over. They call up. Length. How long?
I'd say maybe no more than 4 or 5 days.
And they have like produced another document, and they are like kind of filling it out, and they wheel something back up. They are looking for you to confirm embarkment, disembarkment dates, as well as list your officers.
Wonderful. So, you take us to look it over.
Yeah.
I figure that gives us a little bit of leeway, and then throw our names on.
Yeah.
So
Our real names?
Umir.
I was about to say, I'm not putting my real name.
Why'd I?
God, Amir, Riven.
No, I said not my real name.
You're not here. You're away.
It's
Sorry, it
true.
doesn't
Yeah,
count.
you're not on the rail.
You're not on the rail. You're not on the
I'm
rail
not up
either.
there then. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
So she's
You
like,
would put our real names, though?
That
I feel
doesn't
like you're
make
smarter
sense.
than that.
I don't know
You are
anything.
smarter
Make
than
something
that.
up then.
It's true. We
Yeah,
can just
just
assign them
make
fake
something up.
identities.
Yeah, just make something up.
You are smarter. Kithara is smarter than that. She would not put our real names.
That's true.
Am
How
I,
many?
though?
How many extra
Yes.
aliases do you have to
You
like
went to
lend
college.
out?
just because I went to college doesn't mean that
Well,
I
I
went-
would
You
intervene and be
literally
like,
went to,
What
like,
subject of college was it?
Secrecy college. What are you talking about?
she goes to like write it and she's like,
Maybe not real names. You know, like let's. If we're already here under false pretenses, let's not make it worse.
One
Sure,
second.
Butterbar gave our real
We've
names
just,
to people.
Kithara's gonna lean over and she's like, we're just in a change of delegation within our crew. So I have a new crew, so we're trying to fix everything.
Don't care. Hurry it up.
I got it. Turns around real quick. What am I throwing under for you?
Or you can put Tingus Pingus. That's fine.
Oh, that's right. So we get Tingus Pingus.
So who?
How are you identifying everyone as well?
Oh, so like in terms of like what they look like?
You need to list out your officers.
Right.
So
What
there's
ranks?
like position name,
Oh,
position
our
name.
old. We're gonna go with our old ones.
We're all
Yeah.
positions.
Yeah.
Okay. What's our names? You're
You're,
giving us,
you're
'cause we're
the
not
you're the
there.
boatswain.
Bosun. Yeah.
Yeah, you're boatswain.
Boatswain.
I'm the surgeon. What are you gonna give me a name?
Why are we asking me names in the moment? Oh,
You're a DM. You should
actually-
be used to this.
I know.
hold
Literally
on,
a professional
hold
DM.
on. I write them up ahead of time.
Wait, Chris's
Listen
Uno
here.
reversed this. Wait a minute. We've been had.
This is for every time.
They're just
Vespira-
tapping sundial.
Hold on. Vespira
You got a good one.
I know.
is our. She's like Cher and Prince.
A mononym?
In one name is our surgeon. Cassian Flintthorn for our navigator.
Cassian Flintthorn.
Is our navigator.
You'll have to take captain on this one then. Somebody has to. There has to be a captain.
I know. And Emrin Hivok, captain.
What? Not bite marks this time.
That's the other nickname. That's the code name.
What about what's his name?
Oh, Tybalt.
Tybalt.
No,
You
Tybalt's
should
gonna be
definitely
my
not put
Tybalt.
Tybalt's name.
No. He's gonna be my quartermaster.
What's his fake name? Mercutio.
Ooh, I like that.
For you Shakespeare nerds out there.
Mercutio is our quartermaster.
Also a mononym.
Yep. Chris, I'm happy to send you those spellings of everything here during break. Those are the names
They
I
can
give.
just be spelled wrong. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, they need to be spelled.
Oh, okay.
So those are the names we give. And then she goes, all right, here you go.
All right. They'll look it over. You see one of them is talking through a sending stone,
Okay.
and a couple minutes pass, and then they assign you a slip number, and
What's our slip number?
29.
21.
7.
Wow. We must be really early.
Or super late.
Or boats leave
As we take
like
over the main number.
runways.
Ooh,
and-
7's lucky, though.
Oh.
Technically, I like 13, but...
And they kind of whip off the hook from the railing, pulling everything in, and they are moving and waiting as they expect you to quickly
Yeah, we get it.
get to where you need to go. There are others that will kind of like guide you.
Where we need to go.
Yeah, like festival
Offload.
parking. Yep.
Flag waving.
And you can see that there is a system to this. This is very busy. For some of you, this might be the busiest port you have ever been to. The sheer amount of volume coming and going. In addition to, there are some ships that, while yours is plenty big to hold cargo, there are not slips for some of the largest ships here, which are then needing to ferry goods
Smaller.
and people
Makes sense.
that have to stay completely offshore. But you are able to tie your boat up, get your things together, as it were. The assistance you get from port staff is that of like kind of vaguely throwing a gangplank your way, and that is it.
Solid.
Nice. Cool.
We direct the crew to tie up
Yeah.
everything in terms of that. We'll probably summon everyone, basically to give them an overview of, what we expect, how long we're going to be here, no more than 5 days. Obviously, we'll do shifts of who stays on the boat. Give them a little shore leave, but don't
Yeah.
cause any troubles because I will find them and I will slit their throats. Anyways, and then wrangle Tybalt and crew so that I can give everybody their names.
Yeah.
You renamed the entire crew?
No.
No, they can keep their names, but
Oh,
The-
you
the-
mean
The
the
officers.
officers.
understood?
officers.
Yes.
What's up?
We gave them our information, what we're here to do. No more than 5 days. Hopefully it's going to take us 3 to 4.
What do you mean you gave them our information?
They needed to know
Officer names.
who is
Who's on-
manning the boat.
You didn't say my name.
No,
right?
I
No.
gave you all code names. Well, not really code names, but new names. Aliases, if you will. So,
Wait, what did you give us?
well, I'm getting to that. Tingus Pingus, thankfully, he's already got a alias, so
It's true.
he's fine.
Wait, Tingus Pingus isn't your real name?
Wouldn't you like to
Since-
know?
Did
That's
you
a
know
question.
this?
That's a
No,
question for
I did
later.
not know this.
Well, to be fair,
Anyways.
Tingus Pingus doesn't sound like a real name, so.
That's rude.
So Tingus Pingus gets to keep his name.
She's not wrong.
Riven.
That's
rhymes.
so rude.
Rhymes. Rhyming names usually aren't real.
Pingus is my family name.
Insight check.
I'm not
Guidance.
lying. I'm not lying.
I don't get. Drin doesn't know that. I want to see what Drin believes.
Is that a D12 or a D20?
D20.
That's a D20.
Okay. I can't see from this angle.
I'm particularly blind.
20.
Yeah.
Dirty.
I'm telling you the
Oh.
truth.
The fact that it rhymes is the part that doesn't sound
That's
real to me.
Yeah.
I was adopted by gnomish people. What do you want?
They like-
They're very whimsical.
No,
The
The Tingus
Tingus
part.
I know
the
that.
Tingus part doesn't sound right.
Regardless, let me get the rest of your aliases
I
out.
understand.
All right, Riven, you're now. You are obviously our surgeon, but you're Vespira.
Vespira. Can you write that on? I can't read.
You got a good yes here, and I write on a piece of paper or your
But I can't read it.
Just
Vespira.
Okay.
Got it.
Drin, you're gonna be Cassian Flintthorn. You
named
are
me
navigator.
Cassian.
Yes, I named you
You
Cassian.
gave me a human name.
Flintthorn? That sounds funny.
Cassian has royal
got an
connotation.
air
I
about
like
it.
Cassian. You look like a Cassian.
It's got an air about it.
It's got an air.
Sounds
about
like a
it.
Next time,
strong
just
guy
use-
with wings.
Use a mirror next time.
I need to tell you something afterward.
No, I know.
Do you know
why
why?
I said it. They don't know why I said it. Chat knows why I said it. Read Akatar.
No, I knew what that was about.
No. There's another reason.
Oh no. Okay, sorry.
I'll tell you afterwards. Anyways, Cassian Flintthorn.
Okay,
You're
next,
obviously.
Next time, just
Oh, I didn't come up with it on the fly.
okay.
We were kind of on the
You can
spot. They
just
were very impatient.
Use Emir Wide Eye. That's fine. Next
Amir
time.
Wide Eye. Sounds like a model. Amir.
Everyone stops and goes.
Are
Anyways,
you still drunk?
No.
No, it's
Are you
Tybalt.
sure?
what I ended up getting cold because of the scarring.
Tybalt, you're our quartermaster.
I get it.
And you're going by Mercutio.
Oh, I like that one.
Okay. And I will be your captain, Emrin Hivok.
Why didn't you just ask?
We
didn't
were
have
on
time.
They were like, hurry up.
They really put us under the gun. It's not great.
There's a gun.
2.
They were quick, and you know what? Didn't expect them to ask for officer positions and things like that.
Yeah, but like
Why
we
don't
all
I
get
have a last
aliases
name?
at school.
Listen.
He also doesn't have a last name.
Yeah.
To be
You
fair,
could be a
it would've
mononym.
been-
It's fine.
What?
We don't have last names. They gave him a last name
It's
and not us.
Goldpaw.
No.
Oh.
Our
alias.
Your
alias.
Oh, Gray.
Okay. Mercutio's great. Vespira.
Normally it's Alonzo, but yeah.
Wait, what's your normal one?
Alonzo Gray.
Yeah.
Alonzo Gray. So now you're Mercutio Gray.
Yes. Brother or cousin or something like that.
Are
Anyways.
you ready to go in the city?
Well, yes. We're going to use this first day to explore, get a lay of the land. From there, we will then use potentially the next
should-
day or so to start doing our business here.
Well, we should probably do reconnaissance this first day and find
I
eligible buyers.
So we can't be a tourist today because we really want to go to the Grand Amphitheater.
I mean, you're
You
welcome to be a
can.
tourist.
The what?
The Grand Amphitheater?
What?
It's grand and it's an amphitheater.
Do you know
Fine.
what that is?
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
what
it's
an
carved into the cliff
amphitheater
overlooking
is.
the sea. I think it's going to be like the most
No,
beautiful.
not you.
Yes, I know what an amphitheater is, Tingus.
Okay.
Do you guys want to come?
But you have weird gaps in your knowledge.
I mean,
don't
we
know.
can follow, but we will need to look for potential
I
selling
think-
locations.
I think we should probably
we do
deal
it
with
on, like, the
business.
way?
Like, if you guys want to
Have fun.
go,
Have you
go
guys been
fun.
here before?
I was leaving that up to you. You can have as much
I
familiarity
feel like
as
with
you'd
Kithara's background, she might have been there like once.
I came on a
Twice.
visit looking at colleges. Yeah.
Okay. No, like that's yeah. It could have been a long time ago. It could have been.
Because
It is not out of any realm
who's
of
to
possibility.
say,
Yeah, they
once
did have a
again,
sports program.
college, literary stuff
That's
like
3
that.
times, chat.
Yeah.
You know, go and check things out. Yeah, I definitely think she's probably been there.
Yeah.
Because I have to sit and fit in with arts and culture and the way of life.
So you've both been here? Have you
Yes.
been?
Yeah.
You? I'm guessing no.
No.
Yeah,
not
I
since
haven't
one.
either. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never gotten over here.
I mean, I didn't spend like a lot of time here, but yeah.
So do you guys like know the layout of the city, or do
Pretty
we need to get
much.
like a map?
It's
I,
been a
I
minute.
think depending on if anything has changed, find yourself a map and just have fun.
Just remember, we're at Slip 7.
Slip 7.
Slip 7.
And my name is. my
That's the
name
title
is
of the episode.
Vespira.
That's
Slip
the,
7.
that's the title of the episode. Slip 7.
Although that doesn't work in writing.
Anyways. So yes.
Okay.
Go
I
have
think,
fun.
Well, I mean, I think that I'm pretty sure if the Grand Amphitheater is probably like farther away from like the big port, if I were to be.
It's not that far.
Okay.
So it port at actual sea level, kind of going up. You have to walk through the Mosaic to get, which winds all slightly jagged up to the amphitheater, which then sits on the other side of the amphitheater is the Scholar's Crescent.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Where would the selling be? What district?
We're probably...
So part of it is going to be in the port itself.
Got it. Okay.
You also do have on the opposite side, you have the Whispering Steps, which is a little bit less, let's say, prominent real estate,
Okay.
which then also kind of winds upwards
Potentially the
to
Mosaic,
the
especially with...
old Citadel. And then the Heights, the actual nice district, is kind of bordering on the old Citadel
Okay.
kind of neighborhood and the Scholar's Crescent, kind of
Okay,
like
so that
situated
would be
there
like-
and a little bit
like that.
That's the farthest away from the
Yeah.
port.
Okay. So the old Citadel is the farthest away.
Yeah.
So I would be going this way.
The Heights are the farthest away. The
Heights are the
old
farthest-
Citadel, yeah. So the really nice neighborhood,
Okay.
expensive
with
neighborhood
rich
is
people
very
live.
is the farthest away from the port. Second
near
from
the-
that.
It's near the Mosaic area or no?
Yeah, so it's like Heights,
Yeah.
Scholar's Crescent, Old Citadel, Mosaics,
Okay.
the winding
Yeah.
winding steps, port.
Got it. Okay. So if we're just like selling here in the port area, right?
Not necessarily. We're,
Where?
Well,
but
we're
Liz
gonna
and I
take
are
a
gonna-
meander.
So then, why can't we meander together? Do you not want to be with
Well,
us?
no, we just don't want to keep you guys from.
just exploring,
Yeah.
having fun. There's a
Yeah.
certain... we want to make sure that the story is straight. And Tingus and I have, one, experience here, and two, we've come up with the business plan of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And making sure too many hands are in the pot.
The more people who are talking about it is a bigger likelihood that something gets crisscrossed and the story doesn't line up and then we get got.
I have no interest in spending a day haggling.
Yeah.
Great.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
And you can find shopping in any of the districts. They're just going to cater to the
different things.
Yeah,
things, yeah.
and
What if
also
we take
local
a portion-
clientele.
What do we take a portion of it and try to sell it ourselves, like separately?
We can do that maybe tomorrow.
We're
Today
just
is
scout.
Recon.
Yeah, we're doing scouting, essentially.
Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe I can
You
scout on the
sightsee.
way to.
Yeah, if
I can
whilst-
scout. I am more. I feel like sometimes you guys put me in a cell box, and that I need to show you guys that I am capable.
That's not what we're doing this time at all. No, this is more.
I
of,
will do my own reconnaissance on the way to
Please
the
do.
grand thing.
Please
Grand
do.
Amphitheater
Like, if you
with-
if you see any good shops where you think that they would like to buy any of our goods, make a note of it, and then we can figure out what we send to what places.
Will you come with me?
Yes.
Fine. Then you guys go. Which way are you guys going? So we can. Also, when are we meeting up, and where are we meeting up?
We'll probably just meet back at the ship at the end of the day.
Are we gonna sit? Are we gonna stay on the ship, or are we gonna go into an inn?
With what money?
Yeah, we're
We
staying
have
on the
so
ship.
much money.
I have 2 silver.
I have so much money. I have money. Not so much.
How much, Riven?
I
Where
have
did you
s-
acquire it?
I've always had money.
Insight check.
Wait, Maeve, above
Yeah.
board, is this the
This
jewels?
is the stolen
I
shit.
have a.
No, this is
And
the
no, I
arms box.
also, I also
Yeah.
have money from
the-
several
yeah,
different
yeah.
things that I have
know that.
stolen.
Yep.
Also, I'm guiding myself.
That one.
I don't care.
Are you checking me?
Uh-huh.
I believe you. That one.
I know about some
luck.
of it.
What'd you roll?
Yeah. I rolled a 19 plus a 2 plus 5, so
I rolled a 17.
yeah.
I know about some of it.
I
already,
still
don't
think
care.
something's off, but I'm not going to push it. So, Riven, you going to pay for everything? If you
Well, I mean,
don't
it
want to stay on the
depends
ship?
on.
Amazing. Riven's treating tune in.
I know!
That's what I
Dinner on
heard.
Riven.
I didn't say anything like that.
Dinner on Riven.
Dinner-
So we should circle
yep.
back to the ship. Then we
Yep.
get together, have dinner on Riven,
We
and
can
then
find a really nice inn tavern while we're looking.
together.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that.
To the heights.
Oh my God! In the heights.
In the heights.
Got it. Cool. I think that's a plan.
I don't like this plan.
What do you not want to see? The best inn, the best inns, the best food the city has to offer. If you have to be in a city.
The best ales, maybe.
I mean, food, yes. The inns, I feel like I could take it or leave it. But,
So why did you ask if we were staying on the boat or in an inn?
because I wanted to know. What do you mean?
Kithara's walking down the plank.
Yeah, I'm
She's like-
gone.
All right, so, you ready? Let's go.
Ready.
Okay. We're going to head towards the Great Amphitheater.
Absolutely.
Where do you want
And
to start?
The port.
The port?
We're here.
Well, I mean, yeah.
yeah, so we're here. Let's start here. All around the port, you will see, as you get farther away from the docks themselves, you have actual proper trade. But there are also a lot of like warehouses and like distribution places. Like you see that there are places where many ships will kind of sell all of their freshly caught fish to, and then they are distributing and
Right,
preparing.
okay.
Same thing for not everything.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of also storage going on, either private or rentable as well. Like you'll pass by ships like haggling over, oh, we want to store goods here for, by the week while we find someone to buy them.
Sure.
Sort of thing.
So back up if we
Yeah.
can't sell anything within the days that we're here.
Yep.
And as you get further away, you will see just more traditional storefronts that are now intermingled with tradespeople and their storefronts as well.
Okay. So I think for stuff like general spices and the silks and linens and stuff like that, we can do bulk.
Yeah, I
Bulk
think
sell.
look at distributors first.
I think specifically the saffron, we should not do that.
Correct.
'Cause
That
that
should go
is-
to boutiques.
Correct.
That we should probably
We should
look at
probably go to the
restaurants.
heights, honestly.
We'll also think restaurants and things like that. Saffron, depending on if they can get it,
Yeah.
that might be a better, more direct thing.
Yeah, no, that one I think carries too much value for us to just offload and be like, yeah, somebody else sell this for me.
Correct.
So
Plus, it's cute.
it's true, they're all individually packaged, like they're meant to be put on store shelves anyways.
Exactly. We've done all the work for them. Ooh, which means we can probably charge a little bit more. This is why we're together.
Yeah.
This is why we're together.
Got it.
Give me one.
Great. Yeah, we're gonna go
Yeah.
look at distributors, see who's dealing with bulk spices, bulk linens and goods like that. More than anything.
Is there anything else? So the only things that we're keeping are
I
the
think we're
quivers,
gonna,
right?
for the most part, keeping the adventuring gear for the most part. The big stuff's the fabrics and the spices.
Yes.
Those are the big ones. We could come into use for the
Maybe
adventuring
the silk
gear.
should be in like a specific boutique too.
Well, they can deal with the distribution, but they might take a cut. We'll figure it out.
Uses message, but also makes bird noise.
Caw!
Maybe on your adventures you can find one yourself.
A boutique.
Maybe.
You know, like we talked about.
Yeah. I don't want to say prove your worth, but. Sorry, the intrusive thought came out. That's Heather thinking.
Heather thinking that Maeve prove her worth.
Oh my god.
God.
I mean, but also, Kithara would absolutely say that, though. She's a little too blunt.
So yeah, I mean, I assume it is possible for us to find distributors for any and all goods. Yes.
Yes, and some that are more generic could handle
Yeah.
lots of things, both specialized and
Okay.
not specialized.
Okay.
And it seems like for most goods, you'll get a minimal amount of competition. There might be 2 or 3 fabric distributors.
Okay, but we can't really like play the game and like compare prices. It's super hard.
I mean,
If you're willing to talk to someone and give them details, they could. But you would need to like try
Right.
that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know that we're necessarily doing that today.
correct. We're just going, okay, we
Yeah,
can go
we're-
there, we
we're
can go there,
finding
we can go there.
information.
All right, then if we want to go to distributors, now we're going to kind of go up and look for more,
Yeah.
say, specialized. Like, maybe we're going into a boutique that does clothing. We ask them very pointed questions of, do you happen to have this color silk to make something?
Yeah.
Or, generic ask. Send someone else in with the stuff going, I have this to sell.
Yeah.
Weird coincidence.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
That's a little bit less so in the port area.
Yeah, we're going to have to
You'll
go to,
find,
like,
no,
the
no,
Mosaic and
cobblers,
stuff like
some
that.
like
Yeah.
I do want to potentially look for, on a personal note, a blacksmith. I have
Yeah.
some
That
questions.
would work for your wants.
Well, that, but I have something else that I need to ask them about.
Oh.
Yes. So wherever that would be.
you would find a few blacksmiths in the port area, as they are, and quite a few kind of cornered together, as it seems very intentional that they are keeping the smog away.
from.
Yeah.
Got
Right.
it.
Were you said you were checking that out later though?
Yeah, I might do that kind of.
Oh, we can do it
Okay.
now. We're
Yeah.
here.
We're gonna be here for a few days.
Yeah.
I might get like a
Well, if
pulse on something.
yeah, I mean, also like if you're gonna ask for a commission, like you should ask for it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go over to the blacksmiths. Quick pit stop, Tingus, before we start heading up.
I mean, we got time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to. I want to look for a blacksmith that seems to deal in. I don't want to say antiques, but someone who looks like they've been around for a while. They might know a few more things than somebody else. I mean, I'm happy to give perception to like really hone in on that, or I'm looking for someone who might look like they know what they're doing.
I would also help with this.
I feel like we can do that with more of insight, really,
Okay.
as you are kind of going through.
Can I assist in the looking?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh wait, do you want to do this, or do you want me to do this? I have a +7 insight.
Tingus, can you go ahead and look for one of the blacksmiths who kind of looks like they've been here for a while, or
Someone's been around the block. and
yeah,
then-
I have a
yeah.
very specialized ask.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Like,
let's see what we can
scan them.
find. 19.
Just want to see.
Yeah, you can going through. One thing that does stick out, there are not a lot. A lot of the blacksmithing here seems to be very
Like industrial.
utilitarian, industrial. There's not a lot of, let's say,
I'm looking for like
armorers.
a
So that
craftsman
already
almost
kind
instead.
of narrows it
craftsman.
down.
Yeah.
You do see one with a dwarf inside. At this point, all hair and beard completely white. There are lots of, you can tell, proudly displayed intricate pieces, like almost showing off, embossed on shields or a breastplate here, to the point where you're not even sure if they're for sale. Like, they're not even marked. Like, it might just be...
Here, look at what I can do.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. I'm looking at that one and be like, that's your guy.
The sign says the blonde armor.
Is the dwarf blonde?
No,
Well,
it's-
now it's all white hair and beard.
Kithara's gonna kind of walk up. Excuse me. Hello.
And he was actually not banging away or anything. He wasn't actually
have his
working
back.
as much as rearranging. And he'll pick it up. Hello there.
Hi. How are you today?
Fine, thanks.
Wonderful. Got a question for you. I've seen your pieces up here, and I was wondering if you could look over something for me. I have a sword, or at least a cutlass that is missing a blade. It's a little rusty, so I'm trying to figure out a little bit more about it. If you could, I don't know, maybe look it over, tell me maybe what you can gather from it.
I can certainly try.
Great. And she'll kind of like go, like she's kind of got like a little bit like a backpacky thing. She kind of like swings it around. She goes, all right. And she's going to pull out that rusted cutlass hilt, the whispering cutlass, and go, picked it up, found it along travels, and just, it looks like, I don't know, I just have a feeling that there's something here, and just trying to find someone who can potentially give it life again.
Oh, sure. Is this a family thing, or?
No, it was kind of something I crossed along my journeys traveling.
Sure thing. And do you know anything else about it, or am I?
Something says I'd heard talk, or at least I was doing a little research, reading up on different armor and weapons and things like that. The type of hilt it is, someone, like, it's giving whispering. I don't know.
What?
It sounds so strange, but I just get this feeling that maybe it does something and whispering is involved. I know I sound absolutely freaking
It's a sword hilt.
bonkers. I understand that.
Do you hear voices?
That's a loaded question. Very loaded question.
What do they say about paying dwarves?
I don't know. What do they say about paying dwarves?
Oh, this wasn't like a.
How much?
It's a rhetorical.
All right. Let's find out. And so you handed him the hilt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like grabbed it, and then he's like grabbing a rag, and he like
Clean it up or something. What's it cost?
no, he puts the hilt down and then
Yeah.
like puts the rag over it, and he like bangs it with a hammer a few
Love
times.
that.
Make a perception check, both of you.
Perception.
That's my perception.
None of you have actually been rolling.
Oh, hell yeah. 24.
Good.
Okay.
It's a 17 plus 7.
So I'm gonna say
Kithara's like, I never thought of banging a hammer on it.
this is an expert. He's like,
Tingus is distracted by stuff on the wall.
while he's you're intent, you're focused.
I'm like,
I'm
admiring
banging
pieces
on
on the
it,
wall.
and you hear him like kind of just like 2 big solid hits, and you hear like him grunt, and then you kind of think like, wait, were there 2 grunts? And so he pulls the rag off and he slides out the base of the broken off blade and is inspecting it. And he sees a stamp on it for like who made it, like looking for that sort of thing. And it is in fact stamped. So he's looking that over. He's like, I don't recognize the markings, but the fact that someone signed it must have meant it was at least, at the time.
someone handcrafted this.
Right. But also that means if it was good quality and this sort of thing happened, it might be quite old. You have no idea how old or...
It was traveling along some islands and someone almost actually tripped over it on the beach. That's why I figure why it's quite rusted. I mean, maybe a battle, something like that. Not entirely sure.
Okay.
It's kind of like happenstance.
Chris, can you describe the Maker's Mark?
Maker's Mark.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, it iconography inside 2 rectangles placed vertically above each other. Not just, like, initials.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
it's more
So
about,
it actually has, like, a actual workman's, like, symbol.
Oh, yeah. So I guess to, like, maybe kind of answer some questions.
So not
around
a
it,
name, but
they're not,
image.
like, arcane glyphs.
Yeah.
It's not a name
runes.
or runes or
It
initials.
looks to be the
it's like
symbol
a
of a
company
shop.
market.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the way that is very much like a forger's signature.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you would like a new blade fashioned to this?
Potentially, yes. How much would that cost? I know the hilt's a little rusty, but, most good things are great with age.
No, I think this is quite nice. I can clean it up a little bit, add some, fix you right up. I mean, I'm assuming what the proportions were, but I'll think it over for a little bit. 30.
30 gold?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Should I pay you now, pay you later?
Material deposit's fine. 10.
10? Absolutely. She'll go into her pouch and hand over 10 gold.
You in a rush? Should've
No,
asked
we'll
that
be
before.
here, I'm hoping, no more than 5 days, so anywhere between 3 to 4 days would, if you can. If not, we
No,
have to go.
3 to 4 sounds adequate.
Okay, lovely. Wonderful. I'll check back over at least early end.
Check in on 3.
3. We'll see where we're at, and
Hopefully
then
we're good, and if not, 4.
absolutely. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Appreciate it. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's finished.
You looking ornamental? I was kind of assuming based on the hilt, but
Yeah, whatever feels best.
love that.
I trust your judgment. Just based on everything that I see here. I like to let the
Well, thank you very
craftsmen
much.
do their own magic on it.
Will do.
All right. See you in a few days.
Was there anything else in the port area you were trying to find?
Nope.
Okay. Then let us slide over to Riven and Ul'Dreyin, who are making their way towards the Grand Amphitheater.
Point of
Through-
order,
yep.
I did not bring the Orichalcum spear with me.
Okay.
I hid it on the ship. I'm not carrying that around the city.
I am
Okay.
also not carrying the mace
Yeah.
around.
Okay.
I did hide it,
Yeah, wherever you hid it, I
Yeah.
hid mine
but I'm not.
because there's no way I'm
Bringing that up
having a mace just around.
Yeah.
Okay. in order to get there, you exit the port area and climb up through the Mosaic. There are a lot of, homes, though when I say homes, it's not really like, there's not a lot of detached housing here. It's a lot of more medium-sized buildings, townhouse style, and there are a decent amount of, there's some shopping, but there are a lot of studios, and you will see people doing various forms of art, not just exhibit art, so to speak, but there are dance studios and people practicing
All
performances.
forms of different kinds.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. And there are a lot of it is a little bit awkward, and there are some steep alleyways and steps connecting this as you climb upwards. And every once in a while there is an interruption with like a small, like a park is too grand, more of a plaza, seating some trees or raised planters, like technically nature, but not really. And there are a lot of street musicians and performers as well, panhandling, with, hats, instrument cases out. Some have audiences, some do not, as you're just kind of moving through.
Riven definitely gets distracted by almost every single, especially all the music. Do we notice any like art that kind of has like any familiarity to like the subject matter? Like, for example, do we see any like dragons or like any like lore or like mythical like things that we might have encountered that looks familiar? Like, do you understand? Do you mean?
Kind of. So I would say, right off the bat, no dragons.
Yeah.
You do not see a piece of art picturing dragons. You see a lot of landscapes and cityscapes.
Okay.
You would see religious iconography woven in. There are a few, and a lot of shop windows have this. A lot of studios feature at least like one portrait of Seer.
Okay.
The god Seer. It is incredibly common. Like every art studio window has one in various styles, but
Okay. But nothing like the, oh crap, I can't remember. What's the god's name? The one that we went to the underwater?
Yum.
Yom. Nothing like
I
Yom
was
or.
gonna say, which god?
No,
No.
just Seer. Okay. Okay.
No edgy teen like
Yeah.
graffiti.
No yum graffiti. Chaos.
So actually, on that note, I will say at least once you would see graffiti being cleaned up here. There are also murals, but the murals are also very aquatic based, landscape, or religious
Interesting.
in
What
nature.
type of graffiti do we see that's in the process of being cleaned?
Oh,
Like what types of like is it just like
Words or-
I was here, or is it
More like
specific
tagging.
motif? Okay, it's tagging specifically. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Riven would get distracted by all like the beautiful like music and stuff like that, but she kind of keeps going through, keeping like looking at all the paintings and stuff like that to see if she sees any like similar iconography, but obviously she doesn't see anything, so she keeps walking through.
Drin is very tense, and he does nothing to aid in keeping Riven on track. He's following her, and he's not really seeing much of what's around him. He's just sort of blindly following your movement, like tracking that rather than actually looking at any of the things that we're seeing.
Is there any like shops that are like high fashion, like fabric, like making, like, you know how like artisanal fabric, like stuff like that, or just art and like?
So there would be there are clothing stores.
Mm-hmm.
They fall into two camps, mainly very utility based.
Okay.
To work in, but well made so you can work in them for a while, or not so much like intricate noble dress, but more fashion as art,
Yeah.
avant-garde.
Okay.
Like actually Drin's old cloak would not be out of place. Like
Got it.
cloaks that look like moth wings.
Yeah,
or,
yeah. Things that were like
Yes.
more art pieces versus.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna make note of that. Riven's gonna make note of that. But she's gonna continue.
Drew's gonna break off from here.
Okay.
But like he's not telling you that he's breaking off.
Okay.
He just sort of like goes off into an alley.
I would need you to roll against me because there's no way that she's not gonna notice that you're going off.
Well, Drin
He said he was following you.
you.
I've been behind you.
Yeah.
And you've been looking forward.
I've been looking all
Like
around.
everywhere.
Yeah, I've been looking
Constantly
everywhere.
spitting.
I'm literally, that's literally that's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
how I imagine Riven, just like constantly
He's-
like over like seeing. So like I feel like that's why.
You've been a little spinny top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disadvantage. You are dizzy.
You see me.
I can't guide myself because
You see me.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 plus 5.
I rolled a
plus
3.
6. So I'm like, where are you going?
What?
You were about to leave me. Where are you going?
Oh, I was going to swap the cloaks since it seems like
Oh, like because you
I would
fit a little
in
bit.
better here.
I mean, okay. If you don't like my cloak.
Riven, it's not about me not liking the cloak. I'm trying to
Wait,
fit in a little better here. You said that was important.
it is important. I have an idea. These like little fashion, they might like, not that you're probably willing to sell it, but they might like want to buy something of your like
I'm
work.
not selling it.
No, your work.
Oh.
We can finagle them. We can make something and sell it to them.
Okay.
They're just a bunch of rich people. Why do
No,
we care?
no, no.
Yeah.
I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes you assume what I'm going to say.
True.
Usually right, but that's beside the point. Okay, fine. So I could.
We could say that you're like a really interesting artist who's come to. I mean, I'm spitballing here. That's come
Okay,
to.
why? What's our end goal here?
To sell them crappy stuff so that we can get money.
Made out of.
Some of the fabrics that we have.
Okay, no, I'm not doing that.
Why?
Because I'm not turning something that had intent and meaning into.
I promise you, this is no meaning. This fashion moth.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, I'm not talking about your stuff that you're wearing. I'm saying like we can entice them with the stuff that you're wearing, and then give them something that's not great. Because you're an artist.
No.
Okay. You said no? Okay. Just saying, if you want to get money more than 2 silver.
He unclasps the cloak and folds it very sort of like numbly and methodically into like a square, and then takes out the other cloak, which has been folded very similarly, and puts it on.
Okay. Just trying to make us a little more cash, but by bamboozling some rich people who think that they have class.
Riven, how quickly is it that you think that? Never mind, it doesn't matter.
No, say it.
It doesn't matter because I wouldn't be willing to do it anyways. Can we move on, please?
Yeah, fine.
You wanted to go to the amphitheater, we'll go to the amphitheater, okay?
Okay. I was trying to find a place so we can sell this fabric for more money. That's why I was trying to use your fashion.
Fine, we can say that I'm... a fan of the art style here or something and looking to sell the fabrics, but we're not selling cloaks.
Okay, how about this? How about I'm the artist and you're my model? That way you don't have to say anything and you don't even have to lie.
Great, amazing, I can just stand here.
Cool. We're going to walk into one of the fashion places.
Okay.
And I'm going to start looking at the stuff and look really snooty at some of the things. Just go. Do I like a privileged lady looking at a bunch of stuff. She's like,
Can I help you?
yes. Do you have anything of quality material here?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I'm being rude. I am a fashion designer myself, and I am... Well, this is my model. As you can see, I have a similar style to yours, but I feel like your materials are a little lacking. Do you
What
not
is
have a
Bryn
good
wearing?
distributor?
He's wearing the rat cloak.
The rat cloak.
Yeah.
Yup.
Got it. I think you'll find we are much different.
Oh, really? Because you have moth cloaks.
Yes, they're wonderful.
Interesting.
And she'll actually grab one and put it on. See, it is cocoon, moth, cocoon.
Drin is just dead space staring into absolutely nothing.
1,000 yards.
Do you get it? It's very...
Yeah. Hold on. Jern, my boy. Can you please put your hood on? Please.
Can I intimidation roll you right now?
Sure. I'm gonna guide myself.
I have a -1 because my charisma's trash.
Do I roll just contesting and intimidation?
What's against intimidation? What do you roll to not be?
Intimidated?
I don't know.
Wisdom.
Just
Why
wisdom
She's
in
a
general?
druid. Pick something else.
A charisma save?
Charisma save, I guess.
Just
is
regular
also a
charisma
word.
save?
Charisma save. That's
Okay.
better. That's better.
It's fine. It's the same.
Oh. You rolled really low, right?
17.
Okay, yeah, you're not intimidated by me in the slightest.
That checks out, honestly. Why would you be
8.
intimidated? Come on, please.
And they're now the rat ears.
Do you see? It is a play on poverty and Stop, you guys are making me break. It's a play on poverty and classism and how you can be the rat as well as the man.
Why?
If you have to ask art why, then you are not an artist.
I don't think that's true.
Art is subjective, and it has to have a meaning. Yes, moth, cocoon, but what is the meaning besides rebirth?
Life. And change, and we evolve over
And
life.
why not dig deep more? I feel like that is just surface level. We need to dig deep.
Like in the trash?
I fear that maybe you are not ready for the next level of artistry, and I understand that. So I will go and I will take my where's other places? Have a good day.
That is very fair. Perhaps the world is in fact not ready.
Wow, I didn't even get to roll persuasion or intimidation. I tried so hard.
Yeah,
Not
you
so
talked
far.
about rat poverty instead.
Yeah, I did. I was trying to do something. Walk out the store in a huff. Okay, that one didn't work. We should try the next store.
No.
There's a shark in Kithara's head somewhere.
Are you okay?
No, something's
He
wrong.
flips the hood down.
Maybe we just need to build intrigue. Just
No.
no. First of all, you can't say no because you're just gonna do it anyways. You're just gonna walk around with your stuff on.
Riven,
Are you not gonna walk around this area with your stuff on? Exactly. So we're gonna walk, and I'm gonna do my most pretentious walk as I'm walking through, changing my demeanor from frivolous, like spinning, to like
Pomp artist.
yeah.
All right. Well, we will.
he's gonna break off.
Where are you going?
Yeah. He's gonna run down an alley.
I'm gonna run after you.
He's gonna try
I
to
love
get
this
away
for
from Riven.
Okay.
I love
You
this for
can.
him. We'll find out
You
what
are
happens.
beelining off,
Yeah.
trying to ditch Riven,
Mm-hmm.
and we will see how successful you are after we take our short break in just a few minutes.
Hell yeah.
Chug, 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 chug,
Chug that Dr. Pepper.
Oh shit.
Hi, everybody. If you enjoy what we do, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave a comment on how much you're enjoying this.
How much you
Or
love
else.
Dr. Pepper.
Also, not to mention, while we do love everyone tuning in, if you prefer, we're also in podcast form now.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to watch our faces,
The
but
first 15 episodes. Oh, that's all
Yeah,
of them.
all of them.
All episodes are currently live. Apple
I have so much Dr.
Podcasts.
Pepper in my wig.
Not Spotify.
Samsung?
Not sponsored by
Spotify.
Dr. Pepper.
We're not Spotify.
Everywhere, kind of. We're working
Oh my
on
God, I'm gonna have to
auto-
Yeah.
Everywhere you get your podcasts, RSS
Smells
feed.
nice, though.
That's somewhere.
Smells like coconut.
Yeah.
But check us out.
Oh, I have to watch this thing.
Now, art is subjective, and it didn't go super well. We have a Drin full sprinting through narrow city streets it's not familiar with. Being,
He's got it.
I don't want to say closely followed because we don't know how well this is going yet.
Nope.
But followed by Riven. Now, can you describe what's Drin doing? What's he looking for? What is this destination?
He has darted down just the nearest alley blindly, and he doesn't have a particular destination in mind. His goal is to just get anywhere but where he just was. And
Okay.
for that to be as far and as fast as that can be, if he can get up on a roof somewhere, if he can find a particularly dark alley, he wants to be alone and very far from where he was. He is also, notably, he's going at full tilt. He has thrown the hood back over his head as he's running.
Okay. I will say that it is quite sunny. There is a lot of natural light in basically all of the walkways. There are shadows, sure, but so a dark, like, dead end alley is not going to be easy to find, sort of thing. However, there are opportunities, especially as this does go upwards into the cliffs. It would be reasonable to double back slightly and get on a roof. It does not take, depending on how you do it and where, it wouldn't be that strenuous to get on to a roof.
Okay. Could I'm having a hard time visualizing like where things are in relation to the cliffs. All of the cliff sides
No.
are...
Yeah, you don't have any like sheer drops or anything. It's that all of this district series of neighborhoods are kind of built going up a large hill.
Could I get to the edge of a cliff?
So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could head that way. I mean, it's mostly straight towards the
I
ocean.
think unintentionally that's where he starts heading then.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
like he's not actively thinking about it, but he's just unintentionally heading back towards where he can see open ocean.
Sure. As you're darting through, eventually there is actually a specific path that goes along with an intentional sea view that eventually leads to it stops by the amphitheater but continues on. It really goes from it's not good for going through the Mosaic section, but is more so a scenic stroll all the way to the academy here and the large library past the amphitheater. But that overlooks the ocean. There is a cliff. There is also, it's a short wall, like 3 feet tall. Now, let's see how well Riven is tracking Dren. I don't know if this should be contested. How intentional is Dren trying to shake Riven?
Intentional to... Intentional to such an extent that I'm going to use Pass Without Trace.
Okay. Alrighty. Then we will have to do a contested, because this is weirdly sort of like tracking, perception, or I don't know that it's going to be better. Let's say perception.
Perception check. Guidance.
Stealth?
Yes, this would be stealth.
Great.
21 plus 6. Right, perception? 6, 21 plus 6, so 27.
Oh, jeez. Wait, 21 plus... Oh, because you have
27.
guidance. Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Just crit.
Just get the roll.
That is a really good roll.
No, it doesn't count.
I know.
If it doesn't stay on the tray. Nope.
Oh my god.
Stop throwing it so hard.
Roll it the long way.
I'm stressed.
Ooh, 14 plus.
Oh.
30.
Okay.
Jesus
I will say-
Christ.
I will say I was gonna have Riven not like fully like, she was gonna sprint after you, but like once she kind of noticed that you were not wanting her to follow, she was gonna hold back anyways.
I would say that's close enough
Yeah.
to know the general direction and
Yeah.
heading, but not able to follow.
Okay, so then that fits in what kind of so like she knows that he's going that way and that he's purposely not wanting her to follow, so she's gonna stop following.
Okay. And what does Drin do when he gets to the cliffside scenic walkway? You see the ocean kind of open up before you as you emerge from a side street.
I think that he gets to the wall, and he doubles over with his hands on his knees, and he's just panting because he's run himself absolutely ragged. And eventually he stands up, and his whole body is like shaking with what looks like adrenaline, but there's like more tension to it than that. And he looks out, he gets much closer to the wall than is probably safe, and just silently screams at the ocean and looks out over it. And he digs into his tunic and yanks the twig out from under it so hard that one of the 3 pieces of leather that holds it in place snaps. And under his breath, very roughly, he's just asking, why? And he'll kind of like, I don't know how to like silent scream, but you know when you like do the thing where you're kind of screaming, but you're not really screaming, but like with words. I don't know how to describe it, but like quiet scream. I don't know how to describe it properly.
Okay.
And he's just like, why out over the water? And then he's just gonna fall backwards and not bother to catch himself and just sit there, dead spacing. And he'll do that for a while.
Riven, I don't know if it's gonna catch because it's only 120 feet, but she's just gonna cast message and just say I'm sorry, and then that's it.
Do you think Riven's close enough?
120 feet's real close. Probably not if you weren't like full gusto trying to.
I mean, I did full gusto tried, but like I stopped once
But
I like
that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Like if you gave up sounds like it has such a negative connotation, but like let's say let him be at a certain point, then I would say 120 is not close enough. June will hear clapping as you've gotten a small audience watching the performance. A few people toss coins.
To him.
Yeah.
It's an art.
What is Riven doing?
So I'm guessing from the description of like where he was running that she would have stopped at the amphitheater, like probably like or close-ish to it. So she would just kind of like, I'm gonna let him be and I'm gonna head towards the amphitheater. So that's where Riven's gonna head towards the Grand Amphitheater.
Yeah, sure thing. So it is an open air venue. It is walkable when there is not a performance happening like tonight. Otherwise, they do close it down for a few hours beforehand, but there is no event tonight. You do see small groups of people practicing various things. There seems to be quite a concentration of various street performers here in one place.
I think Riven's gonna just kind of sit and watch the ocean and just be like, I didn't mean to. I just was like trying to make us money. I don't know why you got us so upset. She's like talking to herself and just like doesn't understand. She just like watches like the performers and kind of just like sits there for a moment and maybe he's too far away. Maybe he didn't hear me. I don't understand why he's not. I mean, I just asked him to put on his hood. I don't understand what's so big deal about it. Stop, guys. And then I think what she's gonna do is just kind of like sit up and just kind of like look around the people and just kind of like notice, like, see if she like notices anyone that's like playing an instrument or anything. And if she does, she's gonna walk over and just like sit and watch them for a minute to try to like calm herself down. Yeah,
there are various instruments being played. You have lutes, you have flutes, you have an accordion.
I think she'll go after the accordion.
Nice. Also a lot of mimes.
Mimes, interesting. Intriguing. I think no, she's gonna go up to the accordion. She's gonna do the accordion guy. And she's gonna just kind of sit there and she's gonna toss a. So I'll do a silver piece into his little hat or whatever. And then she'll get up and then she'll actually stop and she'll turn around. And is anyone around him or is it just him, like performing, like people listening?
There are passerbyers who will slow. There might be one other person that stays for a bit, and then they might leave, and someone else replaces them, sort of thing.
When he stops his song, she's just gonna go up to him and she's like, "Hi, sorry, I know that you're playing, but I'm new here. Do you know of like a place to stay that's like not too expensive, but like nice enough?"
Are you looking for
Like
private or shared?
Shared.
Sure thing. Where was that? He will recommend The Last Hammer.
The Last Hammer.
It's a hostel not far from here.
And what about for private?
Oh,
Just in case my friends don't want to be in a shared area.
The Velvet Peanut.
Velvet Peanut. And I mean, I know you're a musician, so you probably like are in with the cool kids in town. As the accordion player, by the way.
Accordions are cool, to be fair.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Accordions are cool.
Weird Al would like to.
Do you like what's fun to do at night here? Like, where do like people go dancing and stuff like that?
Oh, there's all sorts of venues everywhere. The hotel I mentioned is a lounge as well.
Okay, the Velvet Peanut is a lounge
features-
as well.
Yes. But there are all sorts of it's if you want to find something, you'll be able to.
Okay. And then on the DL, like I'm trying to sell some things that may not be like the most kosher, if you know what I mean. Where would or buy some things that are the most kosher? Like I'm just trying to like find somewhere to sell them. Is there like a market that's like not, empire driven? He's a busker. He's not going to tell on me.
He will kind of give like a nervous look around and kind of give you a once over as well. Whatever do you mean?
I'm just like, trying to have a good time, you know what I mean? And trying to see if like they're, like I want to, I don't know. I feel like there's this city is really nice and really like posh, and I don't have a lot of money. I'm guessing you're a musician. I'm a musician as well.
No.
Yeah.
What do you play?
I sing actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I really want to learn an instrument, but I can't read, so it's a little hard.
What?
To like learn music. Like you have to like learn from books and stuff, right? Don't you have to like learn from books?
I learned from a teacher.
Oh, wait, there's teachers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, sorry, I'm getting distracted again, and that happens to me a lot. I'm trying to like, I don't have a lot of money, and a lot of these places have a lot of, so is there any like down low market that's like a little bit more of like a flea market style or like something like that where it's like I can buy and sell things?
Oh, you just don't want something fancy. You're not like illegal.
Well, a little bit of both.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And then just like kind of like gives him a little.
You could try the dancing shawl.
The dancing shawl. And that's for like flea market stuff. Or no?
It's near the docks.
I don't know what that means. Are you trying to give me a wink wink nudge?
I'm not trying to do anything. I don't
Okay,
know.
sorry. I thought you were a cool guy because you got an accordion.
That is true. It's a universal accordion. Fact.
Yeah, I mean, I myself, I mean, like those guitar players are like crazy. And then the lutes, they're snobs if I've ever seen one.
Just a lute player behind you.
Players too.
Anyways, well, I appreciate your insight. I'm just new to this area and I don't know anything by myself. Kind of trying to find my way around to town. You know,
I don't know how much I'd advertise that.
that I'm by myself.
Right, and are new to the area and don't really know anything.
Why not? Is it not a kosher town? Is it not like a? Is there like an underbelly? Is there a lot of crazy people here? I'm a little scared.
I'm not sure if I can help you.
Okay, if you can't, that's fine. I just, you seem cool.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have opportunists in any city.
That's fair. Okay, but it's not like this town has like a little corrupt underbelly or whatever.
I mean, it's a city.
So it does.
Right.
You're just not involved with it. That makes sense.
Yeah, I play the accordion.
True, but like sometimes, those, I mean, I once played for a guy that, not played, I guess I sang for him. But I sang for a guy that like was a whole pirate. It was wild.
Oh, was this like not like just?
Well, I
in a
mean, he
bar,
hired me.
or-
Like, he just like came to the bar and was like, "Hey, like, I have this whole thing, like, event going on." And then I turned out he was like a pirate, and then he was like a smuggler. I was like, crazy.
Oh.
Have you ever played for any guys like that?
I don't normally ask their profession if they.
Oh,
pay
really?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't
I don't
either.
need to
And now,
know,
from
you know?
now on, I kind of do, just in
Yeah.
case I don't want to get myself like stuck in a situation like a raid or something like that.
But you're innocent.
Yeah, I know, but like if you're in the area, like it's happened to me before where you're like in the area and though you're not like doing the crime, they kind of just like arrest everyone that's like in the bar just because there's, Anyways, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look
Alright,
like you
has
can help me, but you've helped me enough.
Like I've been trying to hold this. What is happening?
No, we've all been arrested before. I understand what you mean.
Anyways, all I'm saying is thank you so much. I'll try not to advertise that I'm new in town, and I'll be a little bit more. I just, musician to musician,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have a nice day.
You as well.
She's gonna walk off.
Starts playing again. He'll move.
Riven is gonna go. Wait, I think she wants to go to the fancy area, the
Heights?
the heights. Thank you. I think she's gonna start wandering to the heights and see like just like that area. That's where she's gonna start heading to.
Okay. I do want to check back in with Tingus and Kithara,
Yeah.
but
Hey, what's
also before that, is Drin still laying on the ground?
No,
What are
I'm
we-
telling people to shove off.
More coins. They're making it hail on you.
Just whip them back.
Told you it's a steam.
Shove off.
For the first shove off, you have a captive audience.
Get the hills back.
Now there is doubt being sown through this handful of people. Like, oh, is this actually like what's going on? Oh, I'm not.
Just having an existential crisis.
Just bloody go.
There will be a few more like glances, and they'll begin to disperse.
Do they all go?
Yeah, there'll be like some like glances back over the shoulder trying to suss out exactly like.
I'm gonna hiss at the ones that straggle. Like full feral.
Ooh.
Makes it seem more like a
I know, yeah, that's more of a performance, and they suck you back in.
Wait, do they actually come back?
There's more hesitation on the hissing, I will say. But no, they will.
Do they all
Disperse.
leave?
Yes.
Okay, because I was about to throw a rock at one of
Oh,
them.
okay.
Just to be real clear.
Get arrested.
Criminal activity. Getting arrested. Getting a cool sword.
I'm just big chillin'.
He's gonna go and lean on the wall thing, looking out over the ocean. About how high up am I?
First, you do have 1 silver and 15 copper at your feet.
Don't care. Didn't
got it.
notice.
The cliff is fairly high up at this point. You have at least a 60-foot drop to the water. There is, so directly below, the rocks do kind of like stick out a bit. Maybe another 15, 20 feet from the cliff side. It's also not straight down. There's like a very, very slight angle outward into the water, but
He's gonna back up and fall back to the ground again, and just angrily look up at the sky. You wouldn't even catch me if I fell, would you? Would these even work? And he's gonna sit there for probably like just stewing for half an hour to an hour, and then eventually he's going to try to. Actually, no, he's just gonna stay there. He's gonna stay there until it gets real late, I think, or until someone finds him.
someone as in
Like
someone
that
knows.
either someone interrupts him, whether it be someone that he knows or someone that's like actively bothering him or telling him to move, or until it gets really late. He's gonna stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then for now, let's jump back over to Tingus and Kithara.
Ah.
I think after this whole thing, we've started to move up. Like we're
gonna progress through the
just
city.
meandering.
Yeah, we're going to progress through the city. We're going to also keep an eye out for potential shops where we can sell more things at, like, maybe a better price than what we can get at, like, wholesale, obviously.
Do we see that boutique with the
Yeah,
moth
the Moth
wings?
Boutique.
Are you going up? Are you making your way to the mosaics?
Yeah, like
art
we're trying to
district
like put our
one,
heads
or are
together.
you
Like
going-
where would they
Where
have
would be-
gone?
yeah.
We gotta like we know Riven and Ul'Dreyin were kind of going to the amphitheater. Let's head that way.
Yeah.
And we start going out through that way,
Yeah.
which would probably take us through Mosaic out to amphitheater area.
Yeah, if you
we're just
can cut
meandering.
across and then go up to get to the
Yeah.
amphitheater if you'd like to try.
Yeah, we're
and-
we're
Yeah.
meandering.
And I'm gonna say it's still like when you docked, it was midday.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna need to like eat.
you're
maybe in the
not.
afternoon.
Yeah, not even. This is like by the time you're leaving the blonde armor, you know, it's early to mid afternoon.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
it's still,
so we got time.
Yeah. You are looking out for these shops. As you do so, eventually you would be able to see the moth cloaks in question.
See, look, Drin would have fit in perfectly.
That's what I said.
Ooh, can we go inside real quick? That looks like fun.
Yeah, sure.
Ah, yeah. Going into that boutique.
Yeah.
beelining it, or are you like?
Like we're
Kind of,
meandering, and then
yeah.
it's like, ooh, look at this.
Well, actually, I guess on our way over to it, is there any like sort of commotion that's happening to possibly draw us away from this, or no?
No.
All right,
would've
then,
been-
yeah,
this
no,
would've
we're
been
going for
after.
it.
Yeah.
We see it. It's like, ooh.
You are welcome in. Like, let me know if you need any help with anything.
Ooh. Love these cloaks, actually. So do you only do moths, or do you have other type of insectoids or other type of mammals, animals?
The moth is new. It is in season this year.
Oh, now, what type of moths do we have? Death heads, Luna.
Monarch.
That's a butterfly.
You're right. I'm not one for the natural sciences.
I was like,
Same actually. I don't really do the book stuff.
Oh,
You just like
Just
the
trying
pretty
to-
designs.
Right. Yeah, fashion. Art.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
makes sense. Looking around, like, do I see like butterflies? Do I see like wings?
In this series,
Yeah, like, are there like bird wing ones?
there are not birdwing ones. They are all. Some, I guess, you could categorize as more colorful, moth-like,
Okay.
as opposed to where others. You do have, DM Chris does not know moths super scientifically well, but you know the cool ones that are like white on white, like off white on white.
Yeah.
And there's some
There's
of
some of
those
those,
as
okay.
well, and
I think looking around there, I was like, okay, I like these, and she's like pointing at different ones. She goes, "Question for you. Love these capes. Do you know if anyone who makes maybe some more avian type cloaks, look like wings?
no, not really.
Really? Do you take commissions? I mean, I understand that these are insectoids, but would you take a commission for wings?
like bird wings.
Like bird wings, avian wings.
That could be interesting.
I think it
now,
could be a
are
hit
you
seller.
expecting? Are you thinking actual feathers?
No,
No.
I
definitely
might actually have the materials.
Okay.
I would be willing to potentially do a little bit of a commission, a little bit of a barter. Because if this goes well and people are interested in it, I'd be willing to trade materials type of thing.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much I'm interested in a barter situation,
But
especially
these-
for a custom
Well,
piece.
Well, we would.
I would supply the
provide
materials.
We'll obviously pay you for the labor.
Yes.
I have a good relationship with my, fabric provider.
Darn. I have so much of this fabric that, like,
It's high
I was
quality.
hoping to get something made with it.
For a single off piece, I can use fabric to produce a piece. I'm just
Yes.
not interested in
Right, from purchasing any
Purchasing.
extras that we
yeah.
might have. Yes, if I were to bring you some fabric to make a custom piece, avian wings, how much would that cost?
Custom piece, a little bit artistic.
Well, I think we're going for more art than function.
Yes. Nice.
Well, you can't. I can't make something that's just going to fall apart.
Well, yes.
Well, of course not.
I'm
But
not trying to actually fly with these.
Wait, what?
It's a joke.
don't worry about it.
15.
15.
Hmm.
I think I can do that.
Yeah. You want to?
I really do. I really do.
It's your money.
I think it'd be kind of great. Ooh.
With materials provided.
With my yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's certainly your choice.
No, I think it'd be kind of nice.
Oof. Nice is a word for
Oh, I
it.
know what you're thinking.
I'm sure you do.
I know what you're thinking. It's not like that.
It sure seems like that.
Now, was there a specific bird you had in mind?
Can't really put a name to it.
What's that white bird? Large seabird.
Albatross?
That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Pretty simple. But I do know that it's getting a little bit later in the day. I can either go pick up the fabrics and bring them up, or I can bring it by, say, tomorrow early when you open, and we can do the exchange there. Not sure how long it will take.
It'll take a few days. Do you need it quickly?
We're only going to be in town for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
I'll do my best. Hey, come by tomorrow so I can also see the fabrics and...
Absolutely, and I can bring
Thank
potentially
you.
some reference images.
Excellent.
Perfect. Oh goodness, this is literally like the greatest day ever.
It's so much fun.
I'm having a great time. Where do you think anybody? We should go find the other two.
We should go find the other
See
two.
if they've kind of found anything else.
Yes. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely. I look
much.
forward to
Amazing
this.
work.
This could be something good.
Yes.
And I'd be sure once this is finished to let everyone know if it's a big hit. Where exactly I got it made.
I do appreciate that.
You know.
Word of mouth is best.
It's fantastic advertisement.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We just leave. And I think we're going to continue
Just,
up to the
okay,
beginning.
okay. Do you really think this is a good idea?
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Why do you think I shouldn't?
This is for you, yes?
No, it's not.
It's for him.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna go poorly.
How do you know? It's a gift, a goodwill.
He doesn't talk about them for a reason.
Yes, but it's like one of those comfort things that he can just wear around the ship.
I don't think he'll take it like that. Truthfully.
I have to, preamble it.
You're
And
gonna
then
have to
give
do
it.
you're gonna have to do a lot of explaining on this one.
Okay, and
I'm just
me
saying.
and Drin just have a certain understanding with one another.
I'm sure you won't after this. Truthfully. Do you know how many times I've asked him about that?
Maybe you're just not doing it the right way.
I don't think there's a correct way to do it,
I
and I
don't-
certainly don't think it's this
I
way.
don't think. We'll see.
I mean, something will happen for sure. Mm-hmm. I just don't get your hopes up. And I wouldn't be too surprised if it ends up missing.
Well, we'll see. And she'll just turn and start walking very
Do you
matter of
even know where you're
factly
going?
to the amphitheater. There's signs.
So on that note, you've been here before. Are you trying to still peruse shops, or are you more so
It's like
booking
window
into the
shopping
amphitheater?
Yeah.
more than anything. Like if we see, obviously there's like boutiques and stuff. Like if we see any like smaller kind of like
Shops that might be struggling a little bit.
Well, so to real question, you would know that if you didn't care to window shop, you would take the seaside road to the amphitheater to get there quickly. So do you want to beeline it, or are
yeah,
you still
we're trying to like get closer
yeah,
to
we're probably
Okay.
trying to catch up before.
as
like
it gets
too
later
late,
to
yeah,
get
so we
on
can
the
kind of
same
like
page of-
figure out where they're at. Then if we don't find them where they're supposed to be, we'll head back to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say in this time in between, no one directly is going to speak to or bother Dren. At some point, someone would see the coins on the ground and kind of like look at you and look at them and like reach down slowly
Just take
They're going
them.
up. And they just quickly scramble. Thank you. And they are off. I would say maybe half an hour later, Drin, you would see them first down the road a bit. You would see Kithara and Tingus kind of emerge from a side street as they kind of come out and round, and they are headed in your direction, which continued on would be the amphitheater.
He's just going to stay there sitting with his hood up, just facing out at the water. He's not bothering to wave at them or interact in any way.
Okay. In just a brief moment, you will happen across Drin. You might actually not recognize Drin until you notice the ears up.
Like a cat looking
From the
after,
rat
looking for a mouse rat.
Just we're walking. It's just is that Drin?
I think so.
Why is his hood up?
Oh shoot, he's not even hunting, or he's not
That's
even.
yeah.
Oh no.
That's not
First,
good.
proceed with caution. Secondly, probably shouldn't sneak up on him.
I don't really sneak up on anybody. Actually, that's not true. I can't.
There's a reason.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
may not be paying attention.
No, I understand. I'm also perceptive. God.
I'm not saying that you don't.
You see this conversation.
Like, you just see us very animally, like, pointing and, like,
Yeah, we're pointing at you and then gesturing to each other and then pointing at you.
He's no reaction.
got it. Cool.
Yes.
Gonna walk up.
What was his name? What was his alias? Let's use that.
Cassian.
Cassian, yes.
He's probably not gonna answer it. Oh well.
Oh, actually, I probably don't want to do that when he's already
Right, that's what I'm
mad.
saying.
Yeah, okay.
I think we'll get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Enough that you kind of like hear us kind of sort of bickering, and Kithara's gonna like go before like getting up really close. She's like, Drin. Hey, what's going on?
You doing okay, buddy?
What?
What?
You're sitting here with your hood up, and
And
that
without
tells-
Riven.
well, we'll deal with that later. Normally have your hood up when you're doing the bow shooting combat-y thing, or when you're hunting. You're currently sitting. That's
I'm
not
bloody
really.
fine.
And Kithara like growls a little bit. Sure.
I said I was fine. And he stands up. Keeps the hood up.
So, next point of order is.
I don't know where Riven is before you ask.
Okay.
Okay. Fun times.
Got it. Tingus, do you want to go check the amphitheater?
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll
We
go
were in
do
the
some-
mosaics when I ran from
You're
there?
basically on the edge of the mosaics right
Right?
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the amphitheater's kind of the informal
further.
border of the mosaics turning into the scholars crescent.
Sorry.
Okay. We were in the mosaics. It's the last place I saw her.
That's where we were.
Yeah.
But we knew Riven wanted to go to the amphitheater. Tingus, if you could
Yeah, I'll go look around.
go check
See,
real
see
quick.
if I can find anything.
And then Drin and I'll
Yeah.
maybe start heading back to the
No, I can go with you.
I mean, you don't have to force yourself. We know this isn't.
Unless we're split. Well, what, you want to split up to look for her? That's fine.
Yeah, think of it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay, Okay, the three of us can split up then.
Yeah, we're maybe doing like a 2 and a 1 thing.
Yeah, I'll be the one. It's fine.
Fine.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna.
Right, am I
leave.
going with? Okay.
think we'll take a roundabout way to head to the amphitheater. Like, you'll go the more direct way, and I'll go, maybe we should, like, cut back through the Mosaic, and then maybe she's meandered back, and then we'll just kind
He's following behind you. He's not next to you.
She's just saying it like, So, yeah, we're basically going to the amphitheater, but, like, one's going a little bit more direct, the other one's got to go in roundabout.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and
You can see it in the distance.
Yeah.
It is still not. It's still daylight, though you're getting
Given
closer to.
Drin some time to, I don't know, cool off.
Yeah.
You're able to pretty much beeline it as you get closer. Though you've seen many street performers, there's definitely a higher concentration. There is no event at the amphitheater tonight. It is free to explore and walk around, and there are a lot of performers around.
Is there any performer in particular who doesn't have a huge crowd?
Most of them don't have huge crowds.
Interesting.
Most of them will have like a couple people. There are a lot of people that actually like spend a few moments, move on. Like, the whole area kind of has a crowd, but
Right, but
individual artists
do not.
Yeah, no one has more than 5 or 6 people.
Is there anybody who's currently in between performances?
Yeah, especially if you look around, you'd be able to find someone.
Sure. I will pick a single performer, not somebody who has like a duet or a trio or whatever.
Okay, any particular type of performer? Mime?
No, one that can talk.
Ah, okay. Good choice.
Yes, a musician.
Musician?
Yeah.
All right. You approach a musician, kind of, let's say, packing up
Sure.
their instrument and
What instrument is it?
lute.
Okay. All right.
Slandered before. The offended one.
Sure. I go up to them and be like, "Excuse me, odd question." And I know you've probably seen a lot of faces come through today, but I'm looking for a particular somebody who I came here with, and I don't know where she ran off to, and I'm trying to track her down. I give them a general description of Riven. Like they stand out in the crowd pretty well.
What's your general description of Riven? I'm intrigued.
Probably more about clothes and your height, not necessarily any other defining
blue.
feature. Yeah, a lot of blue.
She gives C.
Yeah, she gives ragtag C with a lot of shells, a lot of blue, like skin blue.
Skin blue.
Yes,
Yeah.
skin blue.
Yeah, everything blue. I flip him a gold.
A gold.
I was actually going to randomize this a little bit.
No, I'm gonna bribe him.
Love this.
Like you said, flip him a gold.
Oh, all right. Yeah, she said lute players were lame.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she would. Do you happen to see where she went? What direction she ran off in, did you?
He'll gesture in a general direction, but wouldn't pay someone like that much mind.
You know, it's a complicated relationship, I'll tell you what. Thank you for the information. I appreciate it. I'm going to head off in the general direction that he pointed, which was, I assume, towards the heights.
Yeah, if anything, actually, it's a fairly safe assumption because in the direction, it's not really towards the library or academy.
Yeah.
It could be, basically, the only two things that could be in the direction he pointed, further north and a little bit more inland, would be residential housing near the school and library,
Right, which would make sense.
the heights.
Which would make a lot more sense, yeah.
So,
All right, I'm just going to start heading off.
you're heading off. Are you trying to reconvene, or let's actually jump to Kithara and Tingus. You're taking the long way round
Yeah.
back through the mosaics a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Strong and Silent type. She's gonna stop and turn to look at you.
He actually like flinch, like does like a bit of like a hypnic jerk. What?
You have been a little off today. And I know we don't like talking about feelings here, being honest about how we're doing, but I'm a little concerned.
I'm not a fan of cities.
Right, I understand. But did something happen?
I've lived.
And I don't mean why you aren't a fan of cities. I mean, did something happen today?
You see something like flip in his eyes when you reframe the question, and his posture slackens a little bit. Riven got an idea into her head to try to sell some cloaks. It was not a great
Experience?
scheme.
Yeah. Oh. Kithara's just like, trying to think, like, you can kind of see her mind, like, the wheels are turning as to, like, what would have happened, and is just kind of going, oh no, Okay, got it. To the point that something happened with you specifically.
Kithara, I'm fine. I needed space. We're in a city. I wanted air.
And she'll absolutely just roll her eyes, just like, I get that. But were you put in an uncomfortable situation? I mean, out the city aside. I think I'll take that as a yes.
Kithara, I'm fine.
You always say that you're fine, but
I'm
you're never
700
fine.
years old. I can take care of myself.
I'm not here trying to look out for you. I get it. You can take care of yourself. But can't I just be concerned? Care about your well-being?
Kithara, what are you looking for?
Nothing. You've been out in the woods for God knows how long. No one's looked out for you. You've only looked out for yourself. Let someone else take the burden on. Oh dear God, he's laughing. He's gone mad. Oh my God, he's gone mad. Dear God.
Riven made a mistake. It was an accident. I will be fine.
All right. I don't fully believe it, but what's one to do? Well, come on. Just turn back around and start
Roll me
walking.
either an insight or a perception check. You only have to be a 9 because my charisma is garbage.
That's true. I'm giving perception, damn. Oh, that's gonna be a filthy 20.
Okay. The second that you start to turn back around, his posture goes sort of like slack jaw again. His eyes go middle distance again. He starts following you, and you can tell there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's totally vacant.
He's disassociating. Cool.
Yeah.
Got it. And like as we're walking, like even though he's kind of disassociating and he's following, like she tries to slow her pace enough that like you're not walking behind her.
No matter how
Like
slow
he's
you
still
go,
we're slowly
he's
trying to like.
Nope.
And she goes, weird question. How do you feel about gifts? I'm just gonna change the subject.
What?
How do you feel about gifts?
Are you asking me how I feel about the concept of gifting?
No, not the concept, about like receiving. Has anyone ever gifted you anything? I mean, yes,
I really do not understand how many times I have to tell you.
I get it, you're old.
700
I get it, you're
years
old, but it's been a while. You've been in the woods. Who's gifted you anything? Sasha's maybe gifted you something, but I mean, like that's different.
You do realize that I went into towns to buy things and
I mean,
to pick
yes,
things
that's
up, and
not
that I
gifting.
talked
That's
to people.
buying things.
No, yes, I was gifted things during that period.
That's a different kind. I mean, something with intention.
Yes, I was gifted things during that time period by people that I had met and that I formed relationships with.
Okay. Cool. So it's not like you don't find it weird or anything like that. Like you're cool with gifts.
They're wonderful.
Got it. Cool. And she's gonna just keep walking.
Again, clocks right out.
Cool. Just keep walking.
Clocks right back out.
I get him for like 5 seconds. Back out again. Snaps. Here, over here. Key, jingle, jingle. Random question.
Distract yourself.
But yeah, he'll follow Kithara back to the up to the Amphitheater. He's not helping look for Riven.
Nah.
Like he's just there is no active perception happening.
Kithara's just now meandering. I'll get there when I get there.
Were you
I'll wait.
going to heights or waiting?
I'll
for...
wait for
Yeah.
like 5-10 minutes, but like if I don't see them, I'm just gonna go because I'm afraid of losing whatever possible trail I have. I'm pretty
no, they'd be
conspicuous.
like emerging because they're taking a.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. So the three of you can reconvene. I guess we should wind back time slightly. Riven, you're heading to the heights. Noble neighborhood.
Yeah,
Lots of rich
as she's
people.
sitting there, because she knows that she doesn't look rich, she's just gonna put a cloak on. So she kind of like buns her cloak and like covers her cloak and like puts a hood on. As she's like heading in.
Hood up.
Hood up, but like not in like a way that's like mysterious. Just more just like kind of like hangs right on the crown of
Okay.
her head. So like her face is still seen, but like her clothes don't look like ragged. Like it looks, you know,
Gotcha. Okay.
because her dress is made of scraps, so it would look very ragged in that area.
Now, even as you get towards the edge of the heights, you walk through different. The architecture gets a bit older and a bit more detailed. You're walking through some neighborhoods where the Empire, the Academy, they own these. Some of them might be more dormitory style, some are more townhouse apartment style, but everything goes up a notch. However, for a brief period in those neighborhoods, you would not be severely out of place. There's a lot of younger people. They are learning, whether more creative or academic. And then after some time, it becomes much more private. The homes are more separated. Some will feature fences and gates. A lot of them will have gardens in front. There is also, in this area, you notice less... there becomes you transition away from street performers. There's no more public seating areas. what do you do?
How bustling is the streets, like with people?
Bustling definitely wouldn't be the right
Yeah.
word, though at this time of day, people might be getting together for dinner or drinks or an event that they're meeting people up for.
Okay.
So it's not deserted.
Yeah. But there's people on the streets, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a lot of people either coming home or leaving home. It's not like there's not as much. The businesses up here, and there are a couple streets with businesses, they are generally luxury goods or high-end restaurants.
Got it. Riven's gonna go to tie her shoe, and her hood's gonna fall forward, and her face is gonna change into just like a normal human's face. Brown, brackish hair, nothing, and she'll come back up, and that she'll look like that. And she'll kind of like look through the crowd, and is there anyone that seems really distracted?
Yeah, I'm sure you could find someone.
Okay. Do I do this? Should I do it first? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace. Everyone knows where I'm going with this, and I'm gonna try to pickpocket them.
Okay, now let's for a moment imagine a couple marks here.
Okay.
Your easiest
Yeah.
mark is not necessarily, they are well dressed, but in a way that they are clearly still a laborer. And you can see they are incredibly distracted as they are like looking at a piece of paper and clearly are lost.
Okay.
And they have a large like bag with them, just like handles, not slung over or anything like that. Like they are trying to deliver something, and they are lost and completely distracted.
Okay.
You will see more well-to-do people that are very clearly in a energetic, gossipy conversation. Gasps are had as another option. A little bit less distracted, but definitely more well-to-do.
I definitely think she would go after the well-to-do. I don't think she would go after the person that is like trying to find the delivery laborer. So she'll kind of like casually walk by and then trip into them, like, oh, and then try to grab something from their pocket while we tussle.
Excellent. You can make a sleight of hand check for me.
Okay. Don't sigh at me. I can hear all your sighs.
It's not sighing, it's labor breathing.
Just
Can I remember sleight of hand? So I'm going to pull up my things. I promise I'm getting... No,
Wait, Pass Without Trace?
pass
Yeah,
without
thank
trace
you.
is
That's
not-
stealth.
It's stealth only, not.
Oh, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have you across the table.
I was
from
a
me.
trickery cleric.
I'm going to guide myself.
That one I know.
Yeah, so you don't have a plus 10 to this.
That's cocked.
Yeah.
Okay, plus... So, 18.
Okay. So we'll say that this was a small gathering making gossipy small talk on the edge of this street, not quite entering a restaurant, two couples. You bump into one of the gentlemen who is wearing a dinner jacket, so you're able to go into their breast pocket. With that, you do feel a pouch that you're able to come back with.
Yeah.
It will, unfortunately for you, make a little bit of noise. but more so, they are caught off guard. Like, oh, excuse me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have trip over my feet. I'm the most clumsy. Oh my gosh, I love your coat. It looks so beautiful. And she's gonna like pat, like, it looks so great. Did you get it? Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
you doing?
I jumped into you. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm a little lost. Where is the Grand Amphitheater?
What?
I got turned around. I'm so sorry.
Find some city help. There.
You're right. I am so sorry. Have a nice night. She's gonna walk away.
Yeah.
And then as she walks away, her face changes back.
Okay. Now, are you trying to... You're obviously leaving the immediate area.
Yeah.
Are you trying to leave this district/neighborhood, or are you going
I'm trying to
further
like.
in?
I'm going further in, and I'm trying to clock my basically next victim.
Gotcha.
I didn't say it wasn't gonna happen again.
I would like you to make a perception check.
Okay.
Suddenly,
Guidance.
Butterbar appears.
14 plus 6, so 20, dirty 20.
Okay. You see, you're looking around. You're looking around for your victims. You're still on the kind of southern curve of this neighborhood, arcing across towards the old Citadel way. You see a lot of people who, while they are dressed nicely, it's more diplomatic attire uniforms, and some more clerical, like religious attire as well. As you get kind of further this way, you're trying to find your next target, but you actually see Tybalt. He is dressed up. He is in a suit. And he is greeting, he's greeting someone. They are also accompanied by some other people. It seems like a warm greeting.
Got it. Like he knows. They know each other.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna keep back, but enough where like I can still like kind of see. I'm also gonna change my face again, and I'm gonna go back to just a blonde girl, like a human, and I'm just gonna watch and kind of maybe get close enough where I can hear what they're talking about, but not like be too obvious that I'm listening to them.
By the time you get close enough to hear anything, they are preparing to part ways.
Okay.
Tybalt is kind of turning and heading to more so Old Citadel District, City Hall type of buildings, administrative buildings. And this stranger and the two people accompanying them, now that you're closer, a catkin and two elves.
Okay.
And the catkin calls out after Tybalt, well, enjoy the apple business, I guess.
The apple business. Interesting. Do they leave the area, or do they just stay? And I almost called him Mercutio.
The catkin's kind of like now conversing with the two elves, and they are actually kind of moving towards you.
Okay. What they they change the subject basically?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like they
Do I know any insignia on them? Or like they cleric, like like are they religious? Or are they like more?
they're
like, what you're
all
talking about?
dressed nobly.
Okay.
They're all of noble or merchant class.
Okay.
One of Yeah, but they're not wearing like robes or anything.
Do I follow Tybalt or do I follow these people? I'm gonna follow them.
Sure.
Yeah. And for
I mean,
wherever they go.
for right now, they're coming. I mean, they're not coming
Yeah,
at you,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they're heading in your
Yeah,
direction.
I'm just gonna like pretend like I'm looking at a map, trying to like look where I'm going as they pass me by.
Yeah, he'll stop. Do you need any help, miss?
I'm struggling to find the skull. I think it's called the skull. What? Where the library is? Where? Do you know where that's at?
Ah, if you follow the road we're on, that way, towards the ocean, you will see several large buildings. One of them is exactly what you're looking for.
Oh, cool. And what was your name? Sorry. Thank you so much for helping me.
Oh, anytime, anytime.
What was your name again? I want to thank someone that has helped me so much.
Charmed. My name is Anadio.
Anadio. Wait. I don't know that.
I have the Kill Bill sound going in my head right now.
What a lovely name.
Oh, thank you.
Do you live around here? Or? I'm like,
I do.
oh, okay. I'm really new to this area. I came here by myself because I heard so much wonderful things about the Grand Amphitheater and the libraries, and I'm just so interested with all of the beautiful things that are here. How long have you lived here?
It is an incredible city. I have been blessed with the opportunity to live here for a few years now.
And you live in this area? Some of the areas are quite interesting.
Yes. I live at an embassy here.
Oh, and an embassy. Oh, an embassy? Oh, you must be really important. What do you do?
I don't brag.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just,
But I am an ambassador.
Oh, you are an ambassador. Oh, wow. So no wonder you're so helpful. That makes so much sense. And you're ambassador to, I'm sorry, I just know, what is he? Is he Catkin?
Yes.
Okay.
Catkin, brown fur, in not a rude way, not in shape.
Got it. Okay. Like a fat cat, like comfortable. Like
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, oh, are you ambassador to your people? The
Yes.
Catkin? Oh, wow. Oh, I've only met a few Catkin in my day. I'm from a very small island. My father he's a merchant, and we do a lot of fish. He's a fishmonger, so don't get to see a lot of different places. That's why I'm here. I wanted to see all the things, and I'm so well.
But you have had the pleasure.
Yes. It's just so wonderful here.
How was that like?
I really liked the mosaics. Like it's so pretty. Like, what is your favorite place to go where you're here?
Oh, man, that is hard to narrow down. There are so many amazing performances at the amphitheater. It is such a the food and drink is wonderful whenever you can take some time to enjoy. But also spending nights looking out at the sea, especially from the tall cliffs.
The tall cliffs.
Absolutely recommend.
And what's your favorite restaurant or tavern that you like to go to?
Say cheese.
Say cheese. And you go there often?
C''EST.
And you go there often? Are you headed there tonight? I'm sorry if I'm interrupting your promenade.
No. I am taking my guests here.
Oh, okay. Oh, and you're going there right now?
No. guests of the embassy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. Hi, I'm Vespira.
They will be the elves are a little bit less warm,
As they
but
were.
they will politely introduce themselves. Thalen and Lyra.
Well, it's such a pleasure to meet you all. I won't interrupt much longer. Yes, I'm just trying to find a good place to stay, and I don't want to get in with the wrong crowd. It is a city, and I am by myself.
It is generally a safe city, but I absolutely understand your concern.
Is there any place I shouldn't go? I'm, by myself and a woman. I don't want to get into trouble.
If you're looking for a place to stay, I would likely recommend a place either around the library or inside the Mosaics.
And there's no place that I shouldn't go, or is I know there's
The places I didn't mention.
Oh, literally everywhere else. You're saying?
But I wouldn't stay there.
Oh, okay. I meant when I'm promenading through the town,
No, that's fine.
Okay, so then there's no scary districts. I mean, for example, I went to this one city, and it was there were pirates everywhere. It was very scary, and I had to get out of there as soon as possible. It was this little island on the way over here.
I try not to judge.
True. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your candor. I'll let you guys have a good evening.
You as well. A pleasure.
I'm just gonna walk like she's going towards the place where she originally said that she was trying to find, which is the libraries.
Yeah. So at this point, you have doubled back.
Yeah.
We're going the opposite
Yeah.
way along this kind of
Yeah.
southern crescent road. While heading in that direction, you at that point would actually see Drin, Kithara, Tingus.
Right, and I don't look like myself right now.
Correct.
But your clothes are still the same, yeah?
No, I'm wearing a cloak.
I hear those shells jingle anywhere.
Crap. So she's gonna pull her hood down and face away from them, and she's gonna change back, and then she's gonna pull oh hi guys, hi,
Ah, there you are.
Hey, how are you guys? Drin, how are you? She's not gonna make eye contact with him. She's I don't know if you got my message earlier, but I'm sorry for whatever I pushed you to.
It's fine, Riven. He's not looking at her at all. He's not really looking anywhere though. His gaze is unfocused. It's not oh, I'm looking at this stone. It's I'm looking nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere and everywhere.
Question for Riven. Is the hood still up? You kind of...
Yeah, the hood's
Okay.
still up. It's now closer to the edges of her face, so she not as visible.
The rest of the party, facing the direction you are, see someone jogging towards you.
Raven, what did you do?
We should go.
And there's a tap on Riven's shoulder.
Who is it?
It is Anadio, who is breathing slightly heavy. Excuse me, sorry, I forgot to mention one thing.
And she's gonna go.
And as that happens,
Her face is gonna change, and she's
if she goes down, if
Yeah.
you sneeze like that and I have a clear view,
Oh my stars,
Anadio,
Kithara.
fancy seeing you here.
Oh, what a pleasure!
Wow, you look good.
I know.
Ever the humble catkin. Gosh, what are you up to tonight?
I was actually just about to entertain some guests. How are you? I mean, you have to come by.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to be here for only for a few days. So, I mean...
All the more reason to. You must.
Oh, of course. Why not? We can catch up.
Oh, excellent. Are these everyone?
Oh, I just met these people, and she's still facing away from them.
But this would be it? This would be the...
Yes, well, I mean...
I just only have 2 other guests. We could fit everyone.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I mean, Tybalt's off somewhere else. It's fine. Yeah, why not?
Excellent.
I don't know who this person is, so come along. These are my 2 other compatriots. Gosh, we just run into so many people. And she literally just only takes you 2.
Yeah.
Tingus is like very uncertain about what's happening, and like you don't see him look uncomfortable in a lot of situations. He looks uncomfortable
She
right
just kind
now.
of gives you a slight wink. Yes, it's just going to be 2 of my compatriots tonight.
Yes.
Would you like to stay?
Why not? You guys, we're going to be staying with someone that I know many years back. Much better than staying on the ship. Don't you agree?
Sure. Yes.
Great. And Dia's a great host.
Insight check.
Lovely. I
Well,
think
let you
Tingus is
guys
too
get to that.
distracted.
And she's gonna try to sneakily kind of
I
walk
look
away.
backwards at you.
He's,
Yeah.
oh,
out
wait,
of
what?
concern.
And he's trying to get your attention. Here. And he's written down, like, the name of a place to go.
Oh, thank you so much.
particular.
Have a nice night.
I look backwards at you because I'm worried.
I was about to say her head's down.
Yeah,
Yeah, her
okay.
head's
I can't
down
see
and her
anything?
head's down.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can try if you want to.
I'll
but-
try, but first insight check on
Yeah.
Kithara. Not very good. 12.
What you're saying is true.
Okay. And then I will try. I mean, I'm
would be
looking at you because I'm trying to see on your face if you're like panicked or okay.
Right.
Like
She's
like obviously I
very
would,
trying
know.
to hide her face.
Yeah.
This vagabond.
So what would this be contesting?
Gosh, this vagabond.
Insight
Gosh,
against.
Edwin
I'm assuming
here.
deception
Yeah.
or stealth.
yes.
Well, we can do perception versus stealth, maybe,
Well, I do have Pass Without a Trace still up.
or we can
What
do.
are you trying to do?
I'm trying to like see her face to see if she's like panicked. Basically,
That'd be an insight.
insight.
And I'm
Okay.
trying. Okay.
So that would be
Fives.
deception for you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a crappy roll.
That's not great.
If it's more than a 7, then you got me.
Oh, it's well more than a 7.
Yeah.
It's 16.
Yep, you got me. You can see a plain-looking blonde girl under the hood.
Drin freezes.
And Riven continues to walk away.
That's often a
It's so weird.
big
This-
hurry.
This whole city is odd.
It's quite wonderful, honestly.
Oh, I'm not saying it's
Kithara,
not, but
he
it is
looks
odd.
at you, and there's distinct alarm on his face, and all of the like disassociation is gone, and he is very present.
Riven's gonna cast message to Kithara and be like, "Hey, I just gotta do something really quick, and I will be right back. You can say whatever you want, unless you don't want me there. Okay, bye."
Good luck. That's it.
Okay. Why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? I can know why he's mad at me.
You hurt her friend's feelings.
Oh, sorry.
I wonder why Kithara's mad at me.
Oh, why Kithara's mad at me?
How could we possibly tell?
Oh,
And
weird.
then she's gonna say to Tingus, be like, "Hey, I guess I'll go stay on the ship. Kithara, I think he's mad at me. Bye."
I'll come talk to you later.
Okay. Also, I saw Tybalt talking to that guy. I don't know who that guy is.
I don't either.
Cool.
knows him.
Don't tell Kithara that Tybalt was doing, because I feel like there's something sketchy.
I'll definitely not do that. I'm gonna do that.
Bros, it's fine.
The web has been weaved so briskly at the end there. I guess we will have to see how it all
Next.
untangles.
Next
or-
time.
next time.
on Plan
Next
C.
week. Thank you all for watching once again. Please like and subscribe and comment. And don't forget to listen to us in podcast form if you prefer.
Tell your
Place to
friends.
get podcasts, and tell all your friends.
Or else.
Or else. Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye.